เอวเมสุตัง
เอกังสมยังภะคะวาปาราณสียังวิหารติอิสิปตะเนมิขทาเยตาตระโคภะคะวาปัญจวัคคีเยภิกขุอามันเตสิทเวเมภิกขเวอันตาปาปชิเตนะนะเสวิตาพายโยจายังตาเมสุกามสุขันลิกานุโยโคหิโนคัมโมโปตุชนิโกอนาริโยอนาตสัญญิโตโยจายังอัตตกิลมัฏฐานุโยโคทุกโขอนาริโยอนาตสัญญิโตเอเตเตปิขเวอุโคอันเตอนุปคัมมมาชิมาปฏิปทาตถาคเตนะอภิสัมพุทธาจักขุกรณียานกรณีอุปสมัยอภิญญายสัมพุทธายนิพพานายสังวัตติกตมาจะสาภิกขเวมาชิมาปฏิปทาตถาคเตนะอภิสัมพุทธาจักขุกรณียานกรณีอุปสมัยอภิญญายสัมพุทธายนิพพานายสังวัตติอายเมวะอริโยอัตถังคิโกมาโคไสยติทังสัมมาทิฏฐิสัมมาสังกัปโปสัมมาวาจาสัมมากัมมันโตสัมมาอาชีโวสัมมาวายาโมสัมมาสติสัมมาสมาธิอายังโคสาภิกขเวมาชิมาปฏิปทาตถาคเตนะอภิสัมพุทธาจักขุกรณียานกรณีอุปสมัยอภิญญายสัมพุทธายนิพพานายสังวัตติอิทังโคปนะภิกขเวทุกขังอริยสัจจังชาติปิทุกขาชราปิทุกขามรณะปิทุกขังโสกปริเทวทุกขโทมนัสสุปายาสาปิทุกขาอาปิเยหิสัมปโยโคทุกโขปิเยหิวิปโยโคทุกโขยัมปิชังนาลปฏิตัมปิทุกขังสังขิเตนะปัญจุปาทานาขันธาทุกขาอิทังโคปนะภิกขเวทุกขสมุทัยโยอริยสัจจังยายังตัณหาโปโนภวิกานันทิราคสหคตาตาตระตาตราพินันทินิสัยยติทังกามตัณหาภวตัณหาวิภวตัณหาอิทังโคปนะภิกขเวทุกขนิโรโธอริยสัจจังโยตัสสะเยวตัณหายาเสสวิราคนิโรโธจาโคปฏินิสสะโคโมติอนาลโยอิทังโคปนะภิกขเวทุกขนิโรธคามินีปฏิปทาอริยสัจจังอายเมวะอริโยอัตถังคิโกมาโคไสยติทังสัมมาทิฏฐิสัมมาสังกัปโปสัมมาวาจาสัมมากัมมันโตสัมมาอาชีโวสัมมาวายาโมสัมมาสติสัมมาสมาธิ
อิทังทุกขัง
อริยสัจจันติเมภิกขเวปุเพอนันโนสุเตสุธัมเมสุจักขุงอุทปปาทิญาณังอุทปปาทิปัญญาอุทปปาทิวิชชาอุทปปาทิอาโลโกอุทปปาทิตังโขปนิทังทุกขังอริยสัจจังปริญญายันติเมภิกขเวปุเพอนันโนสุเตสุธัมเมสุจักขุงอุทปปาทิญาณังอุทปปาทิปัญญาอุทปปาทิวิชชาอุทปปาทิอาโลโกอุทปปาทิตังโขปนิทังทุกขังอริยสัจจังปริญญาตันติเมภิกขเวปุเพอนันโนสุเตสุธัมเมสุจักขุงอุทปปาทิญาณังอุทปปาทิปัญญาอุทปปาทิวิชชาอุทปปาทิอาโลโกอุทปปาทิอิทังทุกขสมุทัยโยอริยสัจจันติเมภิกขเวปุเพอนันโนสุเตสุธัมเมสุจักขุงอุทปปาทิญาณังอุทปปาทิปัญญาอุทปปาทิวิชชาอุทปปาทิอาโลโกอุทปปาทิตังโขปนิทังทุกขสมุทัยโยอริยสัจจังปหาตาพันติเมภิกขเวปุเพอนันโนสุเตสุธัมเมสุจักขุงอุทปปาทิญาณังอุทปปาทิปัญญาอุทปปาทิวิชชาอุทปปาทิอาโลโกอุทปปาทิตังโขปนิทังทุกขสมุทัยโยอริยสัจจังปะหินันติเมภิกขเวปุเพอนันโนสุเตสุธัมเมสุจักขุงอุทปปาทิญาณังอุทปปาทิปัญญาอุทปปาทิวิชชาอุทปปาทิอาโลโกอุทปปาทิอิทังทุกขนิโรโธอริยสัจจันติเมภิกขเวปุเพอนันโนสุเตสุธัมเมสุจักขุงอุทปปาทิญาณังอุทปปาทิปัญญาอุทปปาทิวิชชาอุทปปาทิอาโลโกอุทปปาทิตังโขปนิทังทุกขนิโรโธอริยสัจจังสัจฉิกาตาพันติเมภิกขเวปุเพอนันโนสุเตสุธัมเมสุจักขุงอุทปปาทิญาณังอุทปปาทิปัญญาอุทปปาทิวิชชาอุทปปาทิอาโลโกอุทปปาทิตังโขปนิทังทุกขนิโรโธอริยสัจจังสัจฉิกตันติเมภิกขเวปุเพอนันโนสุเตสุธัมเมสุจักขุงอุทปปาทิญาณังอุทปปาทิปัญญาอุทปปาทิวิชชาอุทปปาทิอาโลโกอุทปปาทิอิทังทุกขนิโรธคามินีปฏิปทาอริยสัจจันติเมภิกขเวปุเพอนันโนสุเตสุธัมเมสุจักขุงอุทปปาทิญาณังอุทปปาทิปัญญาอุทปปาทิวิชชาอุทปปาทิอาโลโกอุทปปาทิตังโขปนิทังทุกขนิโรธคามินีปฏิปทาอริยสัจจังภาเวตาพันติเมภิก กขเวปุเพอนันโนสุเตสุธรรมเมสุจักขุงอุทธปาทิญาณังอุทธปาทิปัญญาอุทธปาทิวิชชาอุทธปาทิอาโลโกอุทธปาทิตังโคปนิทังทุกขนิโรธคามินีปฏิปทาอริยสัจจังภาวิตันติเมภิกขเวปุเพอนันโนสุเตสุธรรมเมสุจักขุงอุทธปาทิญาณังอุทธปาทิปัญญาอุทธปาทิวิชชาอุทธปาทิอาโลโกอุทธปาทิยาวกีวันจะเมภิกขเวอิเมสุจตุสุอริยสัจเจสุเอวันติปริวัตตังทวาทสาการังยถาภูตังญาณทัสสนังนสุวิสุทธังอโหสิเนวตาวาหังภิกขเวสเทวเกโลเกสมาระเกสพรหมเกสสมณพรหมนิยาปชายสเทวมนุสายอนุตตรังสัมมาสัมโพธิงอภิสัมโพโตปัจจัญญาสิงยโตจะโคเมภิกขเวอิเมสุจตุสุอริยสัจเจสุเอวันติปริวัตตังทวาทสาการังยถาภูตังญาณทัสสนังสุวิสุทธังอโหสิอัฏฐาหังภิกขเวสเทวเกโลเกสมาระเกสพรหมเกสสมณพรหมนิยาปชายสเทวมนุสายอนุตตรังสัมมาสัมโพธิงอภิสัมโพโตปัจจัญญาสิงญาณัญจปนเมทัสสนังอุทธปาทิอากุปปาเมวิมุตติอายมันติมาชาตินาติธานิปุนาภโวติอิธรรมโวจะภควาอัตตมนาปัญจวัคคียาภิกขุภควโตภาสิตังอภินันตุงอิมาสมิจจปนวัยยาการณาสมิงพันยมาเนอายาสมโตโกนทัญญาสวิรชังวิตมลังธรรมจักขุงอุทธปาทิยังกินจิสมุทัยธรรมังสัพพันตังนิโรธธรรมันติปวัตติเตจะภควตาธรรมจักเกภูมิมาเทวาสัทธมโนสาเวสุงเอตัมภควตาภาราณสิยังอิสิปตเนมิคทาเยอนุตตรังธรรมจักกังปวัตติตังอาปฏิวัติยังสมณเณนวาพรหมเณนวาเอเวนวามาเรนวาพรหมุนาวาเกณจิวาโลตัสมิติ
ภูมานัง
เอวานังสัทธังสุตวาจาตุมหาราชิกาเทวาสัทธมโนสาเวสุงจาตุมหาราชิกานังเทวานังสัทธังสุตวาตาวติงสาเทวาสัทธมโนสาเวสุงตาวติงสานังเทวานังสัทธังสุตวายามาเทวาสัทธมโนสาเวสุงยามานังเทวานังสัทธังสุตวาตุสิตาเทวาสัทธมโนสาเวสุงตุสิตานังเทวานังสัทธังสุตวานิมานรติเทวาสัทธมโนสาเวสุงนิมานร นิมมิตวสวัตติเทวาสัตตมโนสเวสุงปรนิมมิตวสวัตตินังเทวานังสัตตังสุตวะพรหมกายิกาเทวาสัตตมโนสเวสุงเอตัมภควตาปาราณสิยังอิสิปตเนมิคทาเยอนุตตรังธรรมจักกังปวัตติตังอาปฏิวัติยังสัมมเนนวาพรหมเนนวาเทเวนวามาเรนวาพรหมุนาวาเกณจิวาโลกัสสมินติ
อิติหะเตนะคะเนนะ
นะเตนะโมโหเตนะยาวะพรหมโลกาสัตโตอาภูคาจิอายัญจัตสสหัสสีโลกธาตุสังกัมปิสัมปะกัมปิสัมปะเวทิอาปมาโนจะโอลาโลโอภาโสโลเกปาตุละโหสิอติกัมเมวะเทวานังเทวานุภาวังอัตโคภควาอุทานังอุทานเนสิอัญญาสิวัตโพโกนทันโยอัญญาสิวัตโพโกนทันโยติติทังอายสมโตโกนทันยาสอัญญาโกนทันโยตเววนามังอาโหสิติ
Good evening, everybody. Can you hear me? All right, so I would like to welcome everybody to Global Dhammacakka Forum Day 2. And I would like to run through a schedule real quick. Oh, no. Okay, sorry about that. Okay, so at 7:25, we're gonna start the opening speech by Venerable Pratvitet Pavanajan. At 7:30 p.m., welcoming speech by Venerable Dr. Ponchai Palawadamo. 7:35, Honorable Speaker, Venerable Dr. Pongsak Tanio. At 7:55 p.m., Honorable Speaker, Most Venerable Anuruddha. At 8:05, Honorable Speaker, Venerable Divasulapi Vimalananda, lecturer from Bhiksu University of Sri Lanka. 8:20, Honorable Speaker, Mr. Priyanta Nawadrante, Executive Committee member of Marasakayala Foundation, Sri Lanka. 8:30, Venerable Speaker, Venerable Bhikkhuni Master Huan Ru, Abbot of Taiwan, Gondar San Temple, Taiwan President of World Buddhist Sangha Youth. At 8:45, Honorable Speaker Prat Maha Liam Shin Wen Yana Utto, Malaysia, Dhammacakka in Malaysia. 9 p.m., Honorable Speaker Venerable Chadwick Warachicho, Mongolia, Dhammacakka in Mongolia. At 9:15, Honorable Speaker Dr. Lia Kin Yong, Deputy President of United Nations Peacekeeper Federal Council. At 9:20, Honorable Speaker Dr. Ninyan A, President of International Sasana Mamaga Association. At 9:30 p.m., Honorable Speaker Dr. Suchada Thongmalai, Lecturer at Kasetsat University, Thailand, Dhammacakka, for Sustainable Peace. And at 9:45, closing speech in conjunction with Spreading Loving Kindness, Pay Homage to Triple Gem by Venerable Dr. Ponchai Palawadammo Pinyapong, President of World Alliance of Buddhists, WAB. So I would like to namaskar and hello everybody. Welcome to the Global Dhammacakka Forum Day 2, presented by World Alliance Buddhist, WAB and Network. First of all, it's my pleasure to be an MC for this special forum. My name is Tanya. I'm from Boston. As a Buddhist, we know that Asana Busha is one of the Theravada Buddhism most important festivals, celebrating as it does the Buddha's first sermon, in which he set out to his life formal associates the doctrine that had come to him following his enlightenment. With that said, we have many knowledgeable speakers here with us to share the Lord Buddha's first teaching. Without further ado, please help me welcome Phra Vitet Pavanajan, Abbot of Wat Prathamagaya, California, USA, and President of World Buddhist Sangha Youth, for an opening speech.
Most venerable sirs, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. It's my great honor to welcome everyone to participate in the second Global Dhammacakka Forum via Zoom during 21st to 23rd July 2021. The Dhammacakka Pavatana Sutta is regarded as the first teachings of the Buddha, crucial to the beginning of Buddhism, that encompass the core of Buddhist philosophy. The Dhammacakka Sutta contains of the universal truth that make up the essence of the Dhamma. With every tradition of Buddhism agreeing of teaching of Sutta without any debate or controversy. The Dhammacakka Sutta is the totality of the Buddha's core teachings, laying out the foundation in which Buddhism was built and is the root of which every Buddhist tradition has grown out of. We believe that the promotion of the Dhammacakka Sutta is vital to the continuation of Buddhism. The Global Dhammacakka Forum have been organized in cooperation with Buddhists of every tradition from across the globe. The promotion and preservation of the Dhammacakka Sutta. I wish this program is a great success. May the power of Buddhas, the power of purity from setting Dhammacakka in motion, bless everyone and people of the world, be peace and prosperity, free from COVID-19, and attain Dhamma of the Buddha very soon.
Wow, that's a great speech. Thank you very much. To begin with, I would like to invite Venerable Dr. Ponchai Palawadammo Pinyapong, President of World Alliance of Buddhists, WAB, to deliver his welcome speech. Please welcome Venerable Dr. Ponchai Palawadammo.
Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. May I pay respect to all venerable, most venerable sirs, venerable bhikkhuni, all the speakers, all the participants. Especially today, we have a lot of Mahathero and Thero monks to be our speaker for today. So I would like to mention the name a little bit. May I pay respect to most venerable Mukunowera Anuruddha Mahathero from Sri Lanka, the Secretary General of World Buddhist Sangha Youth, WBSY from Sri Lanka. Venerable Vimarananda from Sri Lanka, also the lecturer of Bhikshu University of Sri Lanka. Master Shikwalu Bhikkhuni from Taiwan, the president of World Buddhist Sangha Youth Mahayana Nikaya. Venerable Pongsak Thaniyo, now from Boston, America. Venerable Chanvit Walawicho from Mongolia. Pramaha Lim Chenwen from Malaysia. May I pay respect because I saw how many Malaysia Buddhists joining this program. So I would like to say Selamat pagi or Selamat datang. Thank you very much for joining the program today. I think most of Malaysia Buddhists are Chinese. So Tachen Hao na satu joining the program, and all the lay people speakers also, Dr. Laiket Yong, Deputy President, United Nations Peacekeeper, Federal Council, Mr. Piyanta Nawaratane from Sri Lanka, Dr. Nini A from Myanmar, Dr. Suchada Thongmalai, lecturer of Kasesa University. That is, I would like to welcome all the speakers and all the participants to join this auspicious program. As we know that the Dhammacakka Sutta is the first sermon of the Lord Buddha. Buddha enlightened, then he have to select which sutta that he will give to be the first sermon from his first sermon. So because this sutta is very important to have the witness of enlightenment, because Buddha enlightened on Vesak day, full moon day of the 6th lunar month. After that full moon day of 8th lunar month, he gave the first sermon. This is very important because Buddha must have the witness for his enlightenment. And after he gave the first sermon, Kondanya can attain the first stream winner or Sodaban. and he was ordained to be the first monk in Buddhism by the Lord Buddha. So Asara Bucha Day is very important day of Buddhism because the triple gem complete first time, the Buddha, the Dhamma, and the Sangha. And all the Buddha in the past, when they give the first sermon, they give the Dhammacakka Sutta, which comprise of the middle way, the Four Noble Truths, the Eightfold Path. That is, and our Dhammacakka temple since 5 years ago, 19 July 2016, our master Longbo Dhammacakka, he established the project Dhammacakka Sutta, 24-hour chanting, non-stop chanting all over the world, all Dhammakaya branches, all the countries, Malaysia, Bangladesh, India, Taiwan, chanting together. Myanmar also, all the countries chanting 24 hours non-stop. So 24 full moon day of 8 lunar month Asara Bucha Day will commemorate the 5 years of Dhammacakka Sutta, 24 hours. And we will celebrate the 3,555 million and 555, but next year we will continue to 10,000 million within 1 year. So this Asara Bucha Day, we commemorate the 5 years of our chanting, and this is very important as everyone come to Dhammacakka temple. We can say that sometimes we face many difficulties during these 5 years. Sometimes political crisis, but we can maintain and survive because of our peaceful mind from Dhammacakka chanting, as we know 4 years ago. Military control allow the temple, but we chanting Dhammacakka and we can maintain our temple and activities until today. And under the pandemic of COVID-19, which now people of the world face the difficulties. Okay, by the physical, we follow the practical of the doctor. Wash the hand, wear the mask, social distance, check the body temperature. I also medical doctor before I ordained. So, but for the mind, our mind, we have to purify our mind because we know that the disease is come from our mistake or misprecept, 5 precept, and many people around the world do the bad karma together, so have the disease. So how can we change the crisis to be opportunity? We have to change from the root of the problem. That's why we have to purify our mind to do the merit, pursue perfection, dana, sila, and bhavana, especially the bhavana by chanting and meditation. So, and chanting is the first sermon of the Lord Buddha is very important because can change the normal people to be the noble people, change from simple person, Kondanya, to be Anya Kondanya, enlightened. So why not change the crisis to be opportunity? So on this auspicious occasion, I would like to welcome everyone to join the second of Global Dhammacakka Forum. And we hope this is the platform for everyone to sharing the message, sharing the experience, sharing our merit together to continue our next project, not only for ourselves, but for people of the world under the crisis of pandemic of COVID-19 to change the world to be the sustainable and peaceful world. So I would like to again welcome everyone and hope everyone happy and joyful because the speaker, everyone have the strong intention to sharing the knowledge and their experience with us. So I hope everyone happy, joyful, and please stay together until the last session. Okay, Anumodana, everyone rejoice in the merit. Everyone, sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
Thank you very much, Venerable Dr. Ponchai, for the remarkable speech. Next, I'm honored to invite Honorable Speaker, Venerable Dr. Pongsak Thanio, Dean of the Graduate School, Dhammacakka Open University, visiting researcher of the Department of Religion, Boston University, to deliver his lecture in the topic of Dhammacakka Sutra in Theravada and Mahayana. This will be variable 20 minutes of learning. Please help me welcome Venerable Dr. Pongsak Thanio.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for having me again. I'm so glad to be here. So now I have to share my screen. The host, please do my screen, please. Okay, thank you very much. So today, I'm so happy to be here, and so I will share something that you already know it. So it is a Dhammacakka Sutra in other traditions. So now, as Dr. Ponchai said, so today we have like the ceremony of the Dhammacakka Sutra. So we're chanting together, and for our chanting, we are chanting like the Dhammacakka Sutra in Pali, right? So Dhammacakka Sutra is in Sanskrit, and Dhammacakka Sutta is in Pali. So today I'd like to share something that I have learned when I went to study Buddhist studies in Japan several years ago. So today, yeah, let's see together. So the enlightenment, that as we can see, when the Buddha enlightened. And so what did the Buddha enlighten? As we know, the Fourth Noble Truth, right? And the same thing, he used the Fourth Noble Truth is the mainstream to explain our Dhamma to other peoples at that time, even now. So the Four Noble Truth is a dukkha, samudaya, nirodha, and magga. Right? The problem is suffering a dukkha. So necessary analysis the causes is the samudaya, and identification of the solution is the nirodha. And the last one, the purpose pathways to achieve the solutions. This is the magga. This is the dukkha, samudaya, nirodha, and magga. Problems, necessary analysis of the causes, identification of the solutions, purpose pathway to achieve the solution. So, and then the first sermon tomorrow, right? So the Asara Pusha. So the first sermon, no, we can know the Dhammacakka Sutra is the first sermons of the Buddha. And this one, the Dhammacakka Sutra, in Japanese we say shotempo-rin. So the previous study on the Dhammacakka Sutra. So Professor Enka Teramoto found a parallel in in Tibetan traditions. So this is the first one, Shoki Holo Raptu, right? Kapatito, and Shoki To Rapto is the compare with Chinese sources. As we can see the Teramoto 1975, almost 100 years ago. This is the Dhammacakka Sutra in Tibetan tradition that Professor Enka Teramoto found. This one. So this start from like line one, the first line here. So start from here, right? So, and next one, the previous study. So the next previous study, the Professor Kyotsui Oka study on Agama in Sanskrit manuscript fragments and compared with Chinese sources. So the Agama, as we know, like the parallel text, is the parallel text of Nikaya. In Pali, we have for the sutra, we have Dika Nikaya, Majjhima Nikaya, Samyutta Nikaya, Anguttara Nikaya, and Guddaka Nikaya. So for Agama, there is Diraka Agama and Madhyama Agama, Samyutta Agama, and Ekottara Agama. So this is the parallel text. In brief, in Pali, we have Nikaya and other tradition, other school. It's not Mahayana. It's not Mahayana school, right? Like the sectarian school, 18 or 20, the 18 or 20 schools in other traditions we call Agama. So it's in Sanskrit. This is the Professor Oka, the study on the Agama in Sanskrit manuscript fragment and compare with Chinese sources. One of them that he found is Dhammacakka Sutra. So 2 years later from Professor Teramoto. So in next one, this is the Sanskrit. This is Sanskrit that Professor Oka found. It starts from Evammaya Sutram and the Ekasmin Samaye Bhagawa Varanasiyam. This is the same thing that we found. It's similar to the Pali tradition. And next one, Professor Shosong Miyamoto analyzed the Dhammacakka Sutra in many traditions, and he classified into 2 groups: classical structure and new structure. Miyamoto, 1943. So what is the classical structure? This starts from the 2 extremes to be avoided, the middle path. And next, the definition of the Four Noble Truths and the 12 insights of the Four Noble Truths, right? This is the classical structure, but new structure is start from the 12 insights of the Four Noble Truths without the 2 extremes to be avoided, the middle part and the definition of the Four Noble Truths. This is the classical structure and new structure, as we can see the next. So this is like the Dhammacakka Sutra. This is a Pali tradition. It starts from Evamme Sutang Ekang Samayang Bhagawa Varanasiyam Viharati Ispatane Mikadaye. Right? And start from the Duwe Me Bhikkhave Anta Papachen Nanase Vitappa Yojayang Game Sukama Sukalikanu Yogo Dukko. Right, and the next one, like Atakilamatanu Yogo Dukko. This is the 2 extreme to be avoided, the middle path. But the new structure, as we can see in the classical Chinese, you start from the Evamme Sutang and Ekang Samayang is the same thing. But from now, the second line, you start from this is Dukkha. Right, this is Dukkha, and this Dukkha he never heard before, right? You just start from in Pali we start from itang dukkhaṃ ariya sacchanti me bhikkhave Bubbe ananusute sudamme suchakkum utapadi yanang utapadi panya utapadi vicca utapadi aloko. It's the same thing. You start from the second path when we chant the Dhammacakka Sutta in Pali. Yeah. Samma Ditti, Samma Sati, Samma Samadhi, and we stop once, right? And start again at Idang Dukkang Arya Satyanti Me Bhikkhave. This is the second pass. But this sutra, this Dhammacakka Sutra, that start from the second pass. This second pass, like the new structure, and the Pali, they start from the two extremes. The two extremes to be avoided, the middle part. This is the classical path. So, unfortunately, there is no Sanskrit manuscript. Here is just like to remain the only the classical Chinese translation. So next, Professor Kogen Mizuno studied the Dhammacakka Sutra in Pali, Sanskrit, Chinese, and Tibetan sources, and classified their school and translation route from 23 versions of the sutra. The interesting 23 versions of the sutra. So we can group the group one is the Theravada. The first one is from Samyutta Nikaya, and the next one the form from the Tibetan sources. The Tibetan sources. This is part this translation from the Pali, and so when we found the Tibetan sources, all of them are not like Vajrayana at all. So some of them has like from the early Buddhism or the sectarian Buddhism also as well. So and next one is from Vinaya Mahavakka. And the next one from Dhammacakka Katha in Patisambhida Magga. Right. The full sutra, the full version is from the Theravada traditions. And next one, the Mahisasaka that's separated from the Theravada again. So it's like Wu Fen Lu and the Mahasankhika, right? Su Fen Lu. And next, the Sarvastivada. There are many Dhammacakka Sutra. So the first one is from this is like Sangyukta Agama, right? Sa Ahan Jing, Sha Ahan Jing. I'm so sorry if I say something not good in Chinese. So and the next in Japanese we call Zo Agong Kyo. The next one, right? We have like Chinese translation by I Ching and the Tibetan translation. And next one, the translation from Vinaya. This one is from Vinaya 2 is from Vinaya. And this one, number 3, 5, 6, 7, number 7. This number 7, Apitamo Fa Yun Zi Lun is from Abhidharma Pitaka in Sarvastivadin. So as we know, we have the Tripitaka or Tripitaka. So the Vinaya, Sutra, and Abhidharma. This is the Abhidharma Pitaka in Sarvastivadin. So the next one, Abhidharma Kosa Vayakaya. This is the commentary of Abhidharma Kosa or Abhidharma Kosa Bhasya by Vasubandhu. So, and next one, we have Mahavastu, and this is the Chinese translation from Mahavastu. So Mahavastu, we don't know for sure, but like this is the kind of the Vinaya Pitaka of Lokuttara Vatin, they separated from Mahasankhika, again. So Samaya Bedo Paratanachakka, they say that, but unfortunately in Dipavamsa, doesn't say that. So the group 6, the groups of Lalita Vistara did the story, the Buddha from he lived in Tusita, heaven, to the first sermon, the Dhammacakka Pavattana Sutra. So that's why we found the Dhammacakka Pavattana Sutra in Lalita Vistara. So the next one is Dhammacakka Pavattana Sutra. This is like the Dhammacakka Pavattana Sutra that Professor Oka found when he studied Agama that I mentioned before. So the next one is the English, the Chinese, classical Chinese translation from Lalita Vistara. For group 7, the Ekotara Agama. This is one of Agama. So the last one, like the other. So the Dhammacakka Pavattana Sutta by Anshu Gao and the 2 Chinese translation. For the Anshu Gao Dhammacakka Pavattana Sutra, so we don't know for sure for like school, but as we can see, the Anshu Gao works, his works a lot in Sarasvati Wadin school. So the scholars assume this Dhammacakka Pavattana Sutra is in Sarasvati Wadin school too. So this is when we talked about like the Pali Chinese or Tibetan translation. You know, it's like we have a lot of school. We have a lot of school in Buddhist traditions. So what is the level 1? The level 1, the first level of this sutra is come from the Buddha life. So the level 1 is like we have this sutra in Pali and Chinese sources, both of them. We have both. So this is the first level. And the second level, the data belong to Pali sources. Why Pali sources? Because the level 3 data belong to the Chinese sources. Unfortunately, like Sanskrit, so the Sanskrit sources is a fragment. It's very, very like, it's not, we found it not much, not many. So we like that, but the Pali is the first source. It's not the translation like Chinese translation or the Tibetan translation. So this it's like the primary source. So we have to set the data belong to the Pali sources in the level 2 and Chinese sources or Tibetan translation sources in level 3. And 4 is Atthakatha and commentary, Buddha biological literature. Level 5 is modern study. So as we can see the Dhammacakka Pavattana Sutra, we can find this translation. We can find the sources in both like a Pali and Chinese sources. So it's the level 1, the first level of the sutra. So it's very important. So in the Dhammacakka Pavattana Sutra, the Four Noble Truths is a realistic view. As we know, Buddhism does not deny happiness in life. When the Buddha says there is suffering, Buddhism is neither pessimistic nor optimistic, but it takes a practical perspective on life and looks at things objectively. When observing closely, closely to the reasons of the living world, it's become obvious how to deal with them. It's an important thing. So the Dhammacakka Sutra, the Buddha, they say to the 5 assisted. So the best suitable expression of the teaching for target audience, right? We can adapt this sutra to use to teach or to share something that we studied before. So today I'm so happy to be here, and thank you for my presentation, and thank you for your attention. Sukha Sangasa Samaki. Unity is strength. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Venerable Phongsak Thaniyo, for a knowledgeable lecture for the Dhammacakka Forum. It's my pleasure to invite the next honorable speaker, the Most Venerable Anuruddha, Secretary General of World Buddhist Sangha Youth, for 10-minute speech. Please welcome Venerable Anuruddha.
Tathā bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tathā bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tathā bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Evang me sutang ekang samayang bhagava varanasi yang viharati iti patani migada tatra ko bhagava panchavagya bhikkhu amang tesi. Vime bhikkhave anatta pabhajitena savitamba yochayam kame sukham sukhalekanu yogo inogam potajaniko anariyo anatta sangito Yochayang attakilamata niyogadoko anariyo anattatangito ete bhikkhave anatte anupagam majjhima patipada tathagatena abhisambuddha Chakko karani jnana karani upasamaya abhinyaya sambuddhaya nibbānāya samvatati. Most Venerable Dr. Panchai Haro Dhammo, President of WAB, Most Venerable Bhikkhuni Si Kwang Ru, President of 1000 in Taiwan and President of World Buddhist Sangha Youth, and all the Venerable Dhamma brothers and sisters, Bhikkhu and Bhikkhuni, Upasaka, Upasika. 2565 years ago, in India, Varanasi Isipatana garden, Buddha was give the first Dhamma talk, Dhammacakka Sutra. That time, Lord Buddha, first give Dhamma talk for the five bhikkhu, Kondanya, Vappa, Badya, Mahanama, and Asad. He talked about Dhammacakka and Four Noble Truths. After that, five bhikkhu become Arahat. And then, same day, Buddha was started first Vasa in Varanasi, Isipatane, Megadad. Today, all the Sangha member, the commemorate and continue this Vasta, this full moon, Hoyade tomorrow. Even Thailand, Cambodia, Laos, Myanmar, India, Sri Lanka, especially in the Buddhist country, all the Theravada Sangha member going to start Vasa tomorrow. This is a significant event for Theravada Buddhism. We would like to, today we joined the Dhammacakka Forum held by WAB and Dhammakaya Foundation in Thailand and all the different part of the world Sangha member join this event. I'm happy to say Lompo Dhammajayo and Lompo Dattajivo and Vatra Dhammakaya, all the Sangha member hard work for the Dhammacakka project, continue this sutra many million times for world peace and especially COVID-19 pandemic situation, recover the people healthy and wealthy their life. I would like to say Dr. Ponchai and World Alliance of Buddhist Group jointly organize and participate this dynamic event. Actually, I'm very appreciate Dr. Ponchai give the dynamic leadership for the web this forum, especially Theravada, Mahayana, Vajrayana, Tantrayana, Zen, and different Buddhists together practice and chanting to the world peace and recover the pandemic situation in the world. Everyone now facing the COVID-19, this situation, people have a lot of suffering. While economically and many ways, world is lot of challenges. We need to face Buddha, our Buddhism, first Dhamma speech, Dhammacakka Pavattana Sutra, they already explain everything impermanent. We are now understanding happiness and suffering. Every teaching of Buddha now is we practically face to the truth of the Buddhism. I would like to especially everyone to wish good health, successful their daily work for the human life. I would like to thank you again, Lompo Dhamma Jayo, Lompo Datta Jivo, all the Sangha member, Dhammacakka around the world, they have a lot of work for Dhammacakka Sutra promoting to the Buddhist world. We are very appreciate nobody doing this kind of work and challenge in Buddhist world. Lompo Dhamma Jayo give the dynamic leadership for this challenging. I would like to Anumodana, especially this event, most venerable Dhamma Jayo get a long life, good health, and successful his Dhamma work for the human work and humanity work and their daily activity, practice and give the metta to the world peace. I would like to Lompo Dhamma Jayo is doing a lot of work for the Buddhist society and human for the around the world, and especially WAB President, Secretary, and all the WAB member organize this forum, continue, we go to the finally attend our Nibbana. I would like to especially thank to behalf of the WAB and behalf of the World Buddhist Sangha Youth, I would like to especially appreciate Most Venerable Bhikkhuni Si Kwang Ru joined to the first time this forum in Taiwan. I really appreciate, and all who joined to this program, I would like to thank you, and everyone get the good health and successful their Dhamma work and daily work. I would like to Dr. Ponchai, you doing the dynamic service for WBB and part of Dhammacakka too. I would like to thank you, everyone. Sabbe Satta Bhavantu Sukhi Tatta.
Thank you very much, the most venerable Anuruddha, for a great speech. Next, I would like to invite Honorable Speaker, Venerable Divulepalasi Vimalananda, lecturer at Bhiksu University of Sri Lanka, for a 15-minute speech. Please help me welcome Venerable Vimalananda.
Namo tassa bhagavatu arahato samma sambuddhassa. Our most venerable sirs, Dhamma brothers and sisters, first of all, I would like to convey my sincere thanks for all the committee members of Global Dhammacakka Forum. Today I am joining with this forum as one of the member of World Buddhist Sangha Youth from Sri Lanka. As well, I am a senior lecturer at Bhiksu University of Sri Lanka. I am Venerable Dr. Divulepalasi Vimalananda. I am very much happy to address for all our Buddhist followers, Buddhist peoples in this special events. Actually today, especially I would like to focus our attention on words this special day. Actually, Dhammacakka Pavattana Sutta recite by our Lord Buddha in one special day. That day, as today, we call as Asala Punnami, or in Sri Lanka, we call as Asala Poya. Actually, as Sri Lankans, we are hoping to do many religious activities tomorrow, collaborate in this special day. Before that, today I am very much happy to join with this special
Global Dhammacakka Forum organized by World Alliance of Buddhism, especially as World Buddhist Sangha Youth members from Sri Lanka. We say our special thanks, especially to Venerable Dr. Konchai and other all members of World Alliance of Buddhists. Actually, Asala Punnami in Pali or in Sinhala we call as Asalapoya is known as an important religious day by Theravada Buddhists. The Buddhist devotees observe this day by donating, offering to temples and listening to sermons and taking part in meritorious acts. Even though there are no festivities to celebrate the Asalapoya Day as in a grand manner like Buddhists do on Vesak and Vaisak and Poson Poya days. The religious and historical significance of this day is no less. After going through a number of historical records, these events can be arranged in chronological order as below. First significance we can mention as Queen Mahamaya's dream, and second one, birth of Prince Rahula, as well great renunciation Maha Abhinikkamana. And actually today our special program held considering Dhammacakka Pavattana Sutta. Therefore, first sermon and ordination of first bhikkhus on this special day, as well start of Vasan rainy season for bhikkhus. Considering these special events, all our Buddhist people all around the world celebrate this special day. Among these special events, some few things I would like to highlight on this occasion. Among them, first sermons, Dhammacakka Pavattana Sutta. After attaining enlightenment at Bodh Gaya, the Buddha remained silent for 49 days after he journeyed from Bodh Gaya to Saranath, a small town near the sacred city of Varanasi. There he met his 5 former companions, we know as the Panchavaggiya Bhikkhu, the ascetic with whom he had shared 6 years of hardship. In the we know our Lord Buddha, before attain enlightenment, he practiced 6 years with very hardship. His former companions were at first skeptical of Buddha, thinking he had given up his search for the truth when he renounced their ascetic ways. But upon seeing the radiance of Buddha, they requested him to teach what he had learned. Accordingly, the Buddha gave the teaching that was later recorded as the Dhammacakka Pavattana Sutta, which introduced fundamental concept of Buddhist thought, such as the middle path and the Four Noble Truths. This is described in Buddhism as the turning of the Dhamma wheel. Actually, considering Sri Lankan culture, we know in this sutta, our Sri Lankan Buddhist people would like to pay special attention, considering our oldest materials, oldest sacred texts, we can found special place give for this sutta. Considering some other sacred places, for example, I think some of our Buddhist members from all around the world know a sacred palace or Tooth Relic Palace in Sri Lanka, Dalanda Maliga, like this very historical places, we can see lot of Dhammacakka manuscript. After looking these special things, we can assume that our Sri Lankan Buddhist people at that time paid special place, special attention to recite, not only recite, to protect this special sutta. Therefore, as of today, all around the Buddhist people, especially from Wat Pra Dhammacakka, actually previous years start to preach this special sutta. We know as Buddhist people, we can collect good merits, good good karma after reciting this special sutta. Not only that, actually today, tomorrow, our all higher ordained monks, bhikkhu, hoping to observe Vassa. Actually, considering lot of Sri Lankan temples, our Sri Lankan monasteries ready to recite until 3 months this special Dhammacakka Pavattana Sutta. Therefore, not only today, considering our ancient time also, our Buddhist leaders, our Buddhist older monks also recite this special Dhammacakka Sutta. And the place where the Buddha met his 5 former companions is known as Isipatana Migadaya. I think some of our Indian Buddhist friends also join in this moment. We all know Varanasi, Isipatana Migadaya. Today, a large stupa can be seen there along with the Mula Gandha Kuti Vihara, constructed by Sri Anagarika Dharmapala from Sri Lanka. Therefore, this is special sutta, first sermon, Dhammacakka Pavattana Sutta, we believe it is very historical point of view. Then I would like to pay our special attention to next point, the first bhikkhus. It was the Asala Punnami day or Asala Full Moon day that the Sangha Ratana, the third of the triple gem, was established with the ordination of the 5 ascetics, Kondanya, Vappa, Badya and Mahanama at Isipatana Saranath. Among them, Venerable Kondanya Thera attained arahanthood and became the first arahat in Gautama Buddha Sasana. Actual end of the sutta in Dhammacakka Pavattana Sutta, we recite Anyasi Vatabho Kondanyo. That sentence we understand, we can find out our person arahant as Venerable Kondanya Thera. These special details include in this sutta. And today, as Buddhist month, as bhikkhu, we are ready to observe Vassa season. Therefore, these days also start after the recite this sutta, Dhammacakka Pavattana Sutta. The observance of Vassa rainy season by the Mahasangha during the rainy season was introduced by the Buddha when he initially observed the rainy season starting from the month of Asala or Asala with Panchavagya Bhikkhu. Vassa merely signifies the cessation from going about begging alms pindapata in the rainy season. During these 3 months, bhikkhus reside in a definite place, either in a sanctuary of their temples or in a particular abode at the express invitation of the Buddhist laity. In return for this benevolent gesture, the bhikkhus have been told by the Buddha to engage in the practice of meditation, bhavana, referred to as vidarsana, vipassana bhavana, and make the laity partake of the merit. The first Vassa season considering Sri Lanka, was at Mihintale, where Arahant Mahind and Man spent the Vassa 3 months there. A month after that, until today, our Sri Lankan Buddhist man observe Vassa in this special holy day. This day is also called as the Dhamma Day and is celebrated to pay homage to Buddha and commemorate his first sermon, Dhammacakka, and the founding of Sangha. As well, all Buddhist temples are organized many religious activities on this day. Therefore, today, World Alliance of Buddhism organized very special dialogue. This dialogue very helpful, not only one nation, all around the Buddhist people. So we would like to transfer lot of merits for all our Buddhist people in all around the world. Thank you very much. Triple Gem bless you all. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
Thank you very much, Venerable Dr. Vimalananta, for a great speech. I'm pleased to invite our next speaker, Mr. Piyantha Nawaratne, Executive Committee member of Malala Sekara Foundation, Sri Lanka, and Editorial Committee member of Aloka International Buddhist Magazine. For a 10-minute speech, please help me welcome Mr. Piranta.
Aibowan. May the noble triple gem bless you all. Most venerable sirs and my dear Dhamma friends. I am Priyantha Navaratna, Executive Committee member of Malala Sekara Foundation and Editorial Committee member of Aloka International Buddhist Magazine. I am speaking on behalf of the Malala Sekara Foundation, and I would like to mention the name of Professor Gunapala Malala Sekara, the founder of World Fellowship for Buddhists in 1950. Mr. Ashan Malala Sekara currently heads the Malala Sekara Foundation, and we participate in Buddhist activities of World Alliance of Buddhists under his direction. The important aim of my talk to Global Dhammacakka Forum today is to emphasize the significance of the Dhammacakka Pavattana Sutta. The Lord Buddha discovered the truth after a great effort and preached Dhammacakka Pavattana Sutta as the first Dhamma sermon. This sutta is very significant because it explains how the Buddha came to comprehend the truth. My dear Dhamma friends, actually, why do we need to realize the truth? It is absolutely for the termination of sufferings in the samsara. In this sutta, we can observe various kinds of sufferings we face, namely Jatipi Dukkha, Jarapi Dukkha, Vyadipi Dukkha, Maranampi Dukkha, Appiyahi Sampayogo Dukkha, Piyahi Vipayogo Dukkha, and so on. We can see that birth is the source of all other sorrows. The Dhamma will assist us in overcoming our samsaric suffering. We have a life because of our birth, and there will be no sufferings in the afterlife if we stop giving birth by attaining Nibbana. The Lord Buddha mentioned in the sutta, Ayamanti Majati Nattidani Punabhavati. Furthermore, our body's sensory faculties are insufficiently sensitive to comprehend the true nature. That is why, in order to comprehend the reality, we must develop our mind. The mind works at a rapid speed, very speed. Controlling it is very difficult. It flows with ignorance, avijja, and generate karmic energy which extend the samsaric journey if you don't try to control it. With today's sudden pandemic crisis in the world, most people have begun to reflect on the meaning of their life. Dhamma will allows them to analyze the purpose of life. So I am sure that Dhammacakka chanting is extremely significant for people all over the world today. This forum is a great starting point for anyone who wants to live a meaningful life. People who are familiar with Dhamma may realize that studying one's own mind is rather more significant than observing the external world. Then, as Buddha says, Sachitta Paryodapanam, they can explore the inner and finally control the mind. When we recite this great sutta together in the world, we can build power of Dhamma and generate positive energies to the universe. Then we are able to determine to minimize the harm of pandemic crisis with the power of Dhamma. Therefore, this is a good opportunity we had today. On behalf of Mallasekara Foundation of Sri Lanka, I take this opportunity to express my sincere gratitude to Venerable Dr. Ponchai Palavadammo and the organizing committee of this program for inviting us. Also, I take this opportunity to invite people in the world to join with this valuable program. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Piranta, for a wonderful speech. Let's hear from our next honorable speaker, Venerable Bhikkhuni Master Kuan Ru, Abbot of Taiwan, Gonde-san Temple, Taiwan President of the World Buddhist Sangha Youth. The topic is Dhammacakka Pavattana Sutra in Mahayana for 15 minutes. Please welcome Venerable Bhikkhuni Master Kuan Ru.
Hao, 我们 WIB 尊贵的彭恰法师 Dr. 会长及我们 WIB 所有尊贵的长老比丘及法身寺所有的法师还有 WBSY 尊贵的阿努努达长老及所有尊贵的长老法师及世界护法居士大德，大家平安快乐。
World Alliance of Buddhists, Venerable President Master Pongchai, all Venerable Elder Bhikkhus of WAB, and all masters in Vapra Dhammacakka, WBSY's Venerable Elder Anuruddha, all Venerable Masters, and all virtuous Dharma protecting householders, wishing you all peace and joy.
在纪念佛陀初转法轮的日子受 WAB 尊敬的彭恰法师会长的邀请，参加这一次全球祈福的法会深感荣幸谢谢您。那全球受疫情之苦，无一幸免，很多人失去生命失去家庭，失去工作，失去理智对生命失去了信心。那佛教的弘法更是停滞了，真是世界的大灾难。这是众生的恶的共业众生在造恶的是那么的直接，但是受苦是那么长的时间，所以佛的初转法轮来唤醒众生 是多么的重要啊！
On the day of commemorating the Buddha's first turning of the Dharma wheel, it is a great honor to be invited by WAB's Venerable President, Master Pongchai, to participate in this global blessing ceremony. Thank you. The whole world is suffering from COVID-19 and no one is spared. Many people have lost their lives, lost family members, lost their jobs, lost their minds, lost their confidence in life. Even the propagation of Buddhism has stagnated. It is truly a world disaster. This is due to the collective bad karma of all sentient beings. Sentient beings commit unwholesome acts in an instant, but the suffering is long and enduring. So the Buddha's first turning of the Dharma wheel to awaken sentient beings is especially important.
佛证悟后呢，说了一句话，第一句话就是众生皆因妄想分别执着而无法证悟。可见人的妄想由我相、众生相而引起的分别心，执着自己的想法及想要的人事物各自起了自私心，那么刚强不妥协不退让的我执心呢又升起了贪嗔痴互相争夺轻视和损伤对方彼此斗争，失去了原来的纯真、忍让、尊重和包容的美德导致呢这个灾难没有办法停止。
The first sentence Buddha said after attaining enlightenment was, sentient beings are unable to achieve enlightenment due to delusion, discrimination, and attachment. It can be seen that people's delusion of having a notion of a self, of sentient beings, giving rise to discrimination, clinging to their own ideas, yearning after people, matters, and objects. Each individual becoming selfish, strong-willed, uncompromising, with unyielding self-attachment, giving birth to greed, anger, and ignorance. Individuals competing with, despising, hurting, and fighting each other, losing their original innocence and virtues of forbearance, respect, and tolerance. And this leads to endless disasters.
那么佛陀呢，在大乘经典中一直教育着佛弟子每一位都有佛性，只要正确的修行都可以成佛，所以呢是平等的。那要成佛是要从坚固不移的信心开始无我的利他。那无我无分别心，这个是智慧。那利他呢，会有福报福报会使人富有。那慈悲不杀生命呢，和吃素会健康长寿。那忍辱会保留自己的善果。精进呢，会快速达到成佛的彼岸。
In the Mahayana Sutras, the Buddha has always taught Buddhist disciples that all living beings possess Buddha nature. All disciples who practice correctly can become Buddhas and are therefore all equal. To become a Buddha, one must start with a firm and unshakable faith and benefit others with non-self. Without self, without discrimination, is true wisdom. Benefiting others will generate good rewards, in other words, blessedness. which will lead to good fortune. Compassion, abstinence from killing, and being vegetarian will lead to good health and longevity. Forbearance will protect one's wholesome karma, and diligence will expedite reaching the other shore of Buddhahood.
而积极修集利他的福报而且不生骄慢心，那要观察缘起性空，放下我执，提起菩提心这样呢是智慧。那福跟慧要双修慈悲跟智慧呢要双运一起来。那福慧圆满呢，即能成就佛果。
We should actively cultivate blessed rewards of benefiting others without arrogance. Observe dependent origination and emptiness. Let go of self-attachment and give rise to bodhisattva. That is wisdom. Cultivating good rewards and wisdom simultaneously and practicing compassion with wisdom together will result in complete blessedness and wisdom and the ultimate fruition of Buddhahood.
若全球呢都能够无我的利他反省、忏悔、自私和恶业灾难就会远离。那人间呢即是净土。大悲咒是消除恶业的重罪能使疫情消退也有很多美好的功德。那么在此以大悲咒来为全球消灾与祈福。
If people worldwide can benefit others with non-self, reflect and repent on their selfishness and unwholesome karma, disasters will stay away, and the world will be Buddha's pure land. The great compassion mantra eliminates bad karma and grave sins, can dissipate the pandemic, and can cultivate a lot of good merit. Here, may the great compassion mantra be used to bless and eliminate the global disaster.
南无大慈大悲救苦救难光大圆满观世音菩萨。南无大慈大悲救苦救难光大圆满观世音菩萨。南无大慈大悲救苦救难光大圆满观世音菩萨。南无阿赖达那多拉雅耶，南无阿利耶波罗揭谛说波拉耶，菩提萨埵婆耶，摩诃萨埵婆耶，摩诃迦卢尼迦耶，唵萨婆拉法伊苏达那达香，那么悉揭利多伊蒙欧利耶。波罗揭谛舍法那能陀婆那玛那乃金子悉利摩诃波多萨美萨婆多多苏婆二十云萨婆萨多那么波萨多那么波切玛法特多大智多阿婆卢悉卢迦帝迦罗帝耶悉利摩诃菩提萨多萨婆萨婆玛来摩来摩悉摩悉利多云揭罗揭罗揭摩多罗多发舍耶帝摩诃发舍耶帝多来多来帝帝尼舍佛来耶则来则摩摩发摩来摩帝利伊悉伊悉是那是那阿那僧法那舍利法萨法僧法那舍耶呼噜呼噜摩来呼噜呼噜悉利娑来娑 悉利悉利娑罗娑罗波提耶波提耶波多耶波多耶弥帝利耶那南金持帝利舍利那波耶摩那萨婆诃悉陀耶萨婆诃摩诃悉陀耶萨婆诃悉陀伊维舍巴拉耶萨婆诃那南金持萨婆诃摩那那南萨婆诃悉拉僧阿穆切耶娑婆诃娑婆摩诃阿悉陀耶萨婆诃这吉拉阿悉陀耶萨婆诃波多摩揭悉陀耶萨婆诃那那金持波揭拉耶萨婆诃摩婆利胜揭拉耶萨婆诃那么阿那达那多拉耶耶那么阿利耶波罗揭谛说波拉耶萨婆诃唵悉殿多曼多拉巴陀耶萨婆诃。好，以此大悲咒还有大悲咒水遍洒消灾吉祥。
Bring peace and happiness and joy to the whole world. Disasters.
好，现在呢还有一部佛说的密温经来跟大家分享。那么大家可以呢每天念，自利利他大家保平安。
There is also the Buddha speaking secret plague sutra, which I will now share with everyone. Everyone may recite it daily to benefit oneself and others, so that everyone will be safe.
好，南无佛说密温经尔时佛在舍卫城中跟大众聚会一起。那阿难尊者常贵合掌来向佛说：世尊我们这个世界呢的众生忽然遇到这个瘟疫它的这个烈如猛火横相延及，就是到处都有这个瘟疫，死亡无数，怎么来避免呢？
Namo Buddha speaking secret plague sutra. One day, Buddha was in the city of Saravati, together with a gathering of countless beings. Ananda knelt with palms pressed together, said to Buddha, "World-honored one, when sentient beings in the Jambudvipa suddenly suffer from natural calamities and pandemics that spread like fierce fires, affect vast areas, and cause countless deaths, how can one avoid this?"
那佛就来告诉阿难尊者呢说大家注意听佛要来对大家说这个瘟疫呢，就是有7个鬼时常在吐这个毒气来伤害人民那大家得到这个瘟疫的时候呢，哇，头会很痛还会一下冷一下热的，那么骨头就好像要散开一样的痛， 非常痛苦难言。但是若有善男信女呢，能够知道这7个鬼的真正的名字呢，那就可以去除这个瘟疫的灾难了，就是可以自己保平安
Buddha told Ananda, I will now tell you, listen attentively to what I say. Pandemics happen because there are 7 ghosts which exhale poisonous gas that hurt people. When one becomes affected, one suffers from headaches, feels hot and cold, feels as if all their bones and joints are broken, and the pain is unspeakable. If good men and believing women can know the true names of the 7 ghosts, they will be spared from this disaster.
咒曰：南无佛陀耶，南无达摩耶，南无僧伽耶，南无过去七佛，南无十方诸佛，南无诸菩萨，南无一切众生，闻我金刚密机，曼多罗鬼，阿伽尸鬼，尼伽尸鬼，阿伽耶鬼，波罗利鬼，波罗尼鬼，阿毗罗鬼，嗡乌伦尼波扎梭哈。
The mantra says, Namo Buddhaya, Namo Dhammaya, Namo Sanghaya, Namo 7 past Buddhas, Namo Buddhas of the 10 directions, Namo all Bodhisattvas, Namo all sentient beings. Listen to my Vajra warriors. Mantala Graha, Akani Graha, Nikasi Graha, Akana Graha, Patile Graha, Patani Graha, Avira Graha, Om Ulani Pojasaha.
好，那佛告诉阿难尊者，如是若有善男信女能够知道这7个鬼的真正的名字呢，这7个鬼呢，即当远离不敢来害你所以呢，这个人的这个有被吸到这个毒气呢，毒气就会消灭那得佛的这个金刚密机其身安乐，无诸患难，就是没有这些灾难没有这些疫情的不会吸到这个毒气染疫
Buddha told Ananda, if good men and believing women can know the true names of the 7 ghosts, these ghosts will stay away and do no harm. If the person has inhaled the poisonous gas, by this mantra, the poisonous gas will all be eliminated, and all the people will have the protection of my Vajra warriors, and will be safe and free from all adversities, and will be safe from this pandemic.
佛说是经以后，天龙八部一切大众欢喜信受奉行。
As Buddha finished the proclamation of this sutra, heavenly beings, dragons, and the rest of the 8 groups of spiritual beings, and all in the assembly greatly rejoiced, faithfully received the teaching, and carried on as they were taught.
所以这部经呢，在我们现在印度斯里兰卡，我们泰国印尼马来西亚都有很严重的疫情。那么在此呢非常对于这么多的受苦的人感到非常的 这个难过啊，希望这部经可以帮助到大家，大家可以把这个7个鬼啊，就是这个很短呐哈，这个密温经非常短就是这样一章而已，大家可以可以念一下哈，每天念保平安。
So the pandemic has affected many countries, including India, Sri Lanka, Thailand, Malaysia, Indonesia, and many other countries. And we feel very sorry for these countries. And we'll see that this sutra is very short, only 1 page of paper. And if we can recite this sutra every day, we'll be benefited from the sutra, we'll be free, we'll be safe and free from all adversities.
那在此祝我们 WAB 彭恰达会长法会成功，功德无量。
And here, I wish Venerable President Master Pongchai great success of this conference and innumerous merits.
在此回向祝福各位尊敬的长老法师比丘各位居士大德平安健康快乐全球疫情快速结束大家的佛教事业兴盛广大，大家吉祥如意健康平安，阿弥陀佛。
Here, I would like to transfer merit and wish all venerable elders, bhikkhus, virtuous Dharma protecting householders, peace, health, and happiness, and the end to the global pandemic. May everyone's Buddhist career flourish and prosper with auspicious good fortune. 阿弥陀佛。
Thank you very much for a very, very good speech from Venerable Bhikkhuni Master Kwan Nu. Anumotana khao. And now we're gonna take a little break for 5 minutes, so we can also watch this Asanha Puja music video this time. Thank you.
อาสาฬหบูชาวันที่พระบรมศาสดาทรงแสดงปฐมเทศนาชื่อธรรมจักรกัปปวัตตนสูตรแด่ปัญจวัคคีย์ทั้ง5ท่านอัญญาโกณฑัญญะได้ดวงตาเห็นธรรมเป็นพระโสดาบันนับเป็นการบังเกิดขึ้นครั้งแรกของพระสงฆ์สาวกเป็นเหตุให้พระรัตนตรัยครบถ้วนบริบูรณ์เนื่องในวันเพ็ญขึ้น15 ค่ำเดือน 8
อาสาฬหบูชาอาสาฬหบูชาไตรรัตน์ประเสริฐบังเกิดขึ้นแล้วแก้ว3 ประการโลกมืดมนหนทางการยาวนานนับล้านโกฏเมตรไร้ผู้เปี่ยมบารมีช่วยชี้หนทางสว่างท้องฟ้ายามราตรีไม่มีแสงจันทร์เพ็ญส่องเวไนสัตว์ลอยล่องในหัววัฏสงสารอาสาฬหบูชาอาสาฬหบูชาไตรรัตน์ประเสริฐบังเกิดขึ้นแล้ว
ได้ตรัสรู้ตามเป็นพระโสดาบันโลกธาตุลือลั่นสนั่นไปทั่วภพสาขอน้อมนมัสการองค์พระรัตนตรัยอาสาฬหบูชาขอเชิญท่านมาปฏิบัติบูชาตลอดพรรษาอาสาฬหบูชาขอเชิญท่านมาปฏิบัติบูชาตลอดพรรษาบูชาพระรัตนตรัยอาสาฬหบูชาอาสาฬหบูชา
วันเข้าพรรษาวันที่ภิกษุสงฆ์อธิษฐานจิตว่าจะอยู่ประจำในอารามตลอดฤดูฝนมีกำหนด3 เดือนตามพุทธบัญญัติเริ่มวันแรม1 ค่ำเดือน 8จนถึงขึ้น15 ค่ำเดือน 11โดยไม่ไปค้างแรมในที่อื่นเว้นไว้แต่มีเหตุจำเป็น
เข้าพรรษาเข้าถึงธรรมเข้าพรรษาเข้าถึงธรรมเข้าพรรษาเข้าถึงธรรมเข้าพรรษาเข้าถึงธรรมภิกษุสงฆ์ผู้ทรงศาสตร์ตลอดไตรมาสอยู่จำพรรษาบำเพ็ญศีลสมาธิและปัญญาแสวงหาธรรมกายในกลางกายตนพุทธองค์ทรงสอนไว้อย่าได้ประมาทใจไม่คลาดจากศูนย์กลางกายในทุกแห่งหนจำพรรษาน้อมพระไว้ในกมลนี่แหละทางหลุดพ้นวังวนเข้าพรรษาเข้าถึงธรรมเข้าพรรษาเข้าถึงธรรมเข้าพรรษาเข้าถึงธรรมเข้าถึงธรรมเข้าพรรษาเข้าถึงธรรมเข้าพรรษาปีนี้ทำดีตลอดไตรมาสตื่นเช้าทำบุญตักบาตรไม่ขาดแม้เพียงวันเดียวรักษาศีลนั่งธรรมะวันพระศีล8แน่นเหนียวอบายมุขไม่คล้องไม่เกี่ยวมุ่งมั่นใจเหนียวพระนิพพานเข้าพรรษาปีนี้ทำดีตลอดพรรษาน้อมถวายเป็นพุทธบูชาน้อมถวายเป็นพุทธบูชาเข้าพรรษาต้องเข้าถึงธรรมเข้าพรรษาเข้าถึงธรรมเข้าพรรษาเข้าถึงธรรมเข้าพรรษาเข้าถึงธรรมเข้าพรรษาเข้าถึงธรรม
welcome back. And next, I would like to invite Prat Maha Lim Chinwan from Malaysia in the topic of Dhammacakka in Malaysia for a 10-minute speech. Please welcome Honorable Speaker Prat Maha Lim Chinwan Yanawuto from Malaysia.
Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. I would like to pay homage to all great senior monks with the great respect and all venerable bhikkhuni and all lay people here. Sadhu. And blessing to you all. I feel so grateful that I have met everyone in these good times, that we have chance to share good knowledge to each other today. And also today also was in another important day, right? That we have come to celebrate the 5th anniversary of Dhammacakka Pavattana Sutra chanting by the WAB. And it was a success that we have helped each other, that we have to participate in the chanting together. And today we'll come to talk because of the important events, and also we have to come to Dhammacakka Pavattana Sutra chanting together. So today I would like to pick up a story about the Dhammacakka Pavattana Sutra, the beginning of the Dhammacakka, to share with everyone. It's the event that occurred even the original of the Dhammacakka Pavattana Sutta chanting that we are chanting together. But the first, I would like to say that all the various chanting that we are chanting together, right? Some of them are chanting that the ancient teacher monks composed, such as like morning chanting or evening chanting. So our ancient teacher monks make up for us to pay homage to Triple Gems. There are many chanting that we chant together, right? Chanting together are all the chanting from the Buddha word, and we are reviewing his word, what the Buddha said and what the Buddha teaching, and we took those words, right, to review is the Dhamma principle that we always change. So therefore, the Dhammacakka Pavattana Sutra chanting, that is, we have taken the Dhamma from the Lord Buddha word that he spoke from his own mouth. So we pick up and change. So really have to say that we are one of representative like the Lord Buddha. Our is review of his teaching, but the Lord Buddha got it from the perfection making that have been accumulated across the lifetime, more than 20 asankhai, or many more 100,000 mahakap, to please all living being and come to do the responsibility as the Lord Buddha. So after the Lord Buddha has attained the Anuttara Samma Sampothiyan, has become fully enlightenment, then the Lord Buddha, right, remember the Panchavakhi, 5 ascetics, and gave the first sermon, the Dhammacakka Pavattana Sutra, right? The preaching on the way to liberation, about the Eightfold Path. Then His Highness spoke about the Four Noble Truths. This is the most important, right? The heart of the Buddha. This is the most important things in the Dhammacakka Pavattana Sutra. This chanting, right, is truth of the life about the Four Noble Truths. And then spoke at the end of the Four Noble Truths in third round, 12 symptoms, right? One of the 5 ascetics who understand all his word was the Prat Kontanya. Okay, before, right, his name is Kotanya, but when we change, right, we chanting Dhammacakka Pavattana Sutra, right, Anya si watapo Kotanyo, Anya si watapo Kotanyo. This word, right, is he hastened to exclaim. When Kotanya listened to his Dhamma of the five, is that the Kotanya, right, knowing accordingly, the Lord Buddha exclaimed, Anyasi Watako, Anyasi Watapo Kotanyo, Anyasi Watapo Kotanyo is mean Kotanya already knows. In Sanskrit language or in Bali, right? So that's I would like to ask, right? If we have to work hard or hard to accumulate 20 asankaya or and 100,000 mahakap to come to please all living being, right? And come to do the responsibility of the Lord Buddha. Is the possible there's only one person achieve this? 20 asankaya and 100,000 mahakap already done. Today, only one person, right, listen to the Lord Buddha, spoke, preached, and attend Dhamma accordingly. This is to achieve the objective the Lord Buddha has accumulated perfection. So the attention of becoming the Lord Buddha is perfect, right? It's the day of the birth of the triple gem. Yeah, which we call Asaha Busha nakap. And it's the day that fulfill the Lord Buddha principle, Puttha, Dhamma, Sangha. So the first sermon with the Dhammacakka Vatana Sutra chanting is therefore the most important chanting for us. So that's why we are able to chant this chanting, right? Consider among the luckiest, right? Listen and hopefully everyone keep chanting until the COVID pandemic is gone. So, okay, this is the first topic that I would like to share. The second is the now, second topic is talking about the now our the participant in Malaysia, right? So the first I got the PowerPoint I would like to share. Can I sharing the screen? Screen share. Okay, this yeah, Zoom Malaysia presentation. Okay, this was our participant, right? Every morning that we are chanting morning chanting together, like 90%, right? Most of them are coming from the Malaysian, and also got the other country such as like Japan, Korea, and Hong Kong, and also the Thai come to join us the morning program, morning chanting, right? So before I would like to explain, right? Before from the beginning to doing the Zoom meeting event together, right? We are chanting through the Facebook. In the beginning, just only 10 or 14 participants to join us. And the day after the day, right now, every morning, right, more than 100 until 150 participants to joining us to chanting morning chanting together, right? This was, and then we chanting together, we meditation together. Yeah, these all our participants. Most of them are the Chinese from the from Malaysia Chinese. So in the beginning, right, myself think how to maintain all the participants and let them enjoy in Dhamma teaching, right? So we are priests, right? We have the like a teaching monk, right? From the Wat Chong Telen Tragun Thong, Praku, the teaching monk come to sharing us the morning Dhamma talk, and even the just now Pramahap Dr. Pongsak Thaniyo, yeah, and also Praku Palat Sunet, is the abbot from Japan, and Pramahap Dr. Pongsak Thaniyo, he was in America now, but he sacrificed himself, right? To sharing Dhamma talk to the all Malaysian devotees. So very appreciate, highly appreciate. And also the Prathanut Chetatamo, yeah, the abbot from the Taiwan, and also Pra Sanit Wong Buddhi Wangso,
Yeah, this is all the special monk, right? All of them are taken to come to sharing us the Dhamma talk. And then also หลวงพี่พระพงศรครับพระชันวิทย์วรวิโชพระชันวิทย์วรวิโช is the abbot from Mongolia. Yeah, the next from หลวงพี่ he will come present นะครับ present about the Mongolia Dhammacakka นะครับ and also หลวงพี่หมีนะครับ yeah, this all of หลวงพี่ all of teaching monk ครับ coming sharing the Dhamma talk นะครับ so this is the most important, right? All the participants, right? All the devotees, right? They learn a lot นะครับ different topic, different Dhamma from the all teaching monks นะครับ and this is what happened. We see also the children coming to joining us to chanting, right? This is mean the future of our Buddhism in Malaysia, right? Yeah, this is very good signer, right? So of course, right, when I want to join activity through by Zoom meeting, right? We also have to make a little bit about the questionnaire to approve our Zoom activity. Yeah, through by Google form, the satisfaction assessment form to joining Zoom of the Dhammacakka Malaysian Buddhism, right? And then in the beginning, right, we have to explain about the Malaysia. We have the separate in many teams. And all team, they got their own leader. The first team like Dhammacakka Kalanyanamit Home. Second team is DMC Kelantan. The third team is Power Group. Yeah, this all is the name of the group, right? DMC Kedah, DMC Penang, and WCCT is mean Wat Chong Jalan Trakun Thong, and including DMC KL. Yeah, this all of the group. Yeah, actually we have 2 we have more than 8 group, right? Yeah, this is the sum of the question in my questionnaire to asking everyone, right? What is your favorite sequence of the morning section, right? Most of them, right? That's I asking, right? The first is which one the most they like, morning chanting first or Dhammacakka or meditation, or meditation or morning chanting and just only meditation. And most of them, right? They choose blue color is mean morning chanting, Dhammacakka chanting, and also meditation chanting. Yeah, most of the participants. So that means most of the Malaysian people, right? They're quite understanding about the Dhammacakka Pawatana Sutta. Yeah, and then I'm also prefer, right, the type of the meditation guidance. Yeah, which one the light, right? They like to meditation with the monk lead meditation along with music or without music. Yeah, most of them 81% is with music. Okay, so every morning, right, we meditation together at least 30 minutes, right? So I also asking them, right, asking for the majority of the participants, right, how long they would like to meditation together, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, or 45. So most of them choosing 30 minutes. Yeah, this is the benefit that all participants have gained from the Zoom activity. Yeah, some of them are writing about learn more about the Dhamma, which never learned before, and learn Dhamma translation and know more about the monks, learn more about the monk duties, and also learn more about the precept and how to meditate well, and learn how to invite more people, right, come to join Zoom particular times and program, and also have the chance to have good opportunities to learning deeper and deeper about the Buddhist teaching, understanding about the Buddhist knowledge. Yeah, some of the of the lay people, right, they think Zoom is the good opportunity to accumulate merit, right? In the morning, right, he joined the Penang Zoom morning session, late morning, right? Late morning, he joined the Kowloon Zoom at the Hong Kong. Yeah, and at night, right, he joined the Taipei Zoom. the whole time, right, they got the chance to listen different Dhamma talks from the different teaching monks. Yeah, this is the good opportunity for all of us to listen to joining the merit, right, accumulate the merit. Yeah, and then some of them get the Jain's purpose of life to remind myself what to do and what don't to do. Yeah, the law of karma. So, and also help me to cultivate good habit and discipline to do my daily homework in chanting, meditation, listening to Dhamma talk, and get update to temple event activity. Sometimes, right, our Dhammacakka temple got many activity, right? And Long P present, right? And then let everyone know about the update, the new temple event or activity through by morning chanting, through by Zoom. Yeah, so it's the good, it's a good technology, right? To connect with the all people, all the lay people. Yeah, yeah. And then understand more and practice more meditation. And then some of the lay people, right, motivation in running daily life and away alert in Buddhism, right, every day making merit. Okay, something like this. So the next slide before ending the presentation, I got the short Malaysia participant movie video to share to everyone. Yeah, sadhu. Most of them are really enjoy in the morning chanting, right? Actually, before Lompi present today, right, Lompi asking the Salina which language should Lompi use, right? She said maybe Thai. Actually, Lompi prepared the Thai language. Just change immediately for English language to present today because Lompi see everyone better Lompi speak English language, right? Because we got the many country of the Pikuni coming join or many country of the participant, right? So we change the language immediately, right? So a little bit stuck, right? Not so smooth, but it's okay. Now be hopefully everyone can understand that Lompi sharing the message that Lompi share to everyone. So the last is still left in 3 days, right? We will enter the Buddhist training retreat, which the monk will be staying at the temple without going anywhere, right, for 3 months, and live the same, live that time, especially in practice Dhamma and meditation, especially. So same goes to all of you lay people, right? Even though you are not a monk, right? But we can train ourselves, right? Like in this training retreat, we make a wish. We want to morning chanting and meditation every day, right? May the power of we make a wish to in 3 months, right? The practice, right? All the power, right? The Buddhist power, the power of triple gem, right? Make everyone free from all the COVID-19 and attend the Dhammacakka. Make everyone, hopefully everyone, when the practice meditation, easily attend the Dhammacakka as soon as possible. Sadhu. Thank you very much, everyone.
Motana with Venerable Maha Lin Chinwan. Your English is very good, by the way. It's just a great presentation. It's so wonderful to hear from Maha Lin Chinwan. Thank you very much once again. I'm glad to invite the next honorable speaker, Venerable Chanwik Warawicho from Mongolia, in the topic of Dhammacakka in Mongolia for a 10-minute speech. Please welcome Venerable Chanwik Warawicho.
กราบถวายความเคารพแด่พระมหาเถระพระมหาเถรานุเถระพระมหาเถรีทุกท่านแล้วก็ขอเจริญ
all and blessing to all the my name is Charavicho now is ambassador monk to propagation in the Theravada temple and Thai temple in Mongolia country, and today is a good opportunity for me to meet with all the Buddhists and for assembly today. And today the topic is Dhammacakka Sutta in Mongolia. And may I ask you permission about the history in the Mongolia, a brief history that Mongolia Buddhism came to the Silk Road in the year in the 17th or 18th century. At the time, Mongol Empire was in prosperity and have a make war with and receive the accept the Buddhism into the country, and then the Buddhism was spread in Mongolia, and until the 1920 and 19 that the change in the politics and made the Buddhism in Mongolian country could not have a continuous activity. So the Mongolia country the politics in administration in Mongolia that has communism system from Russia to use to govern in Mongolia, and then the Buddhism cannot was paused and could not continue at that moment. For a moment, I would like to share the screen.
ก็ในยุคนั้นเนี่ยช่วง
At
ที่
that
ประมาณ
time,
ช่วงระยะเวลา70 ปี
70 years that they have changed the politics in Mongolia. The Buddhism was destroyed and many monasteries were destructed and many monks were killed and be dissolved. And the Buddhism in Mongolia is a time of is a doldrum. Was in doldrum that time, diminishing time. At the time that the Buddhism was frozen, many were killed. That is a tragedy in the history of the Mongolia. And if we talk about Mongolia, the chanting Dhammacakka in Mongolia is that we have studied and have a mission in 10 years in Mongolia that Lopi stay in Mongolia. That the Dhammacakka there was no chanting normally or regularly in Mongolia. And after we talk with the scholar in Mongolia or the youth in Mongolia, or the Buddhists in Mongolia, or the monk in Mongolia, the first sutta in Mongolian, or in the Buddhism, and very few people knows. If we ask that the first Buddhist monk, they don't know also. They didn't study in this, and majority the Dhammacakka chanting in Mongolia is like something that very few people to be known in Mongolia country. And after Luang Pi has performed the mission in Mongolia, and Luang Pi studied that Buddhism in Mongolia is that the Lord Buddha the 3 times they announced the proclamation that at the Isipatana forest in Banaras, and the second time is the proclamation that the first turning of the Dhammacakka view is of the Theravada, and the second time in the Dhammacakka is a Pariyata Sutta proclamation at Kichakut in Ratchakru city. That is the key of Mahayana. And the third time is a Chakra in the Vesali city. It's a Tantra or Vajrayana. And this is Luang Pi has studied in Mongolia. That chanting is very high and very profound. And the lay people could not chant. It's a duty of the chanting of monk. So the pass on of the Dhamma is belong to the monks only, and the monks is have the chanting only, have the duty to chant only. and the lay people could not have no opportunity to chant like the Lama or Lama monk to chant, and just only chant Omapati, short sermon to praising the Pra Bodhisattva. That is lay people just practice like that, have a short chanting, and this is a previous or the ancient time that they chant like that and or reciting a short sermon. At the time, the new generation, they are very far from Buddhism, because after the 1990, the government in Mongolia just changed to be democracy and have the liberation in Buddhist in the region, and they don't allow to propagation in the school or university that made the Buddhism did not get any support from the government, and just let the people to have the liberation to so the Buddhism was far away from the lay people in Mongolia, and this is the first that Luang Pi has met in Mongolia. And after Luang Pi has performed duty in Luang Pi, Luang Pi is a representative in the Thai Theravada monk and has studied in the academic about and searched in the scripture or in Mongolia that has recorded in Mongolian language. That is a research from Pramaha Dr. Pongsak Thaniyo, who has compared the scripture of the Dhammacakka in many countries, in many languages, that compare of the Pali, Sanskrit, Chinese language, and Tibetan language. And Luang Pi has researched the scripture in Mongolia, have some similarity or have some difference in the Pali, English, Sanskrit, Chinese, Tibetan, and Mongolian. They have a Mongolian research furthermore, and the scripture or the sutta has the main principle is similar, but the difference is that the sutta in Mongolia, they translated from Tibetan language, and the difference is in in some minor details, like a Namo Buddhasaya, Namo Sankhaya, that is the starting of the sutta chanting, and when in the part of and the last part is a reference about the translation. Oh, sorry, with the signal have some problem. I would like to check some.
โอเคมาไหมไม่ใช่โอเคน่าจะมาแล้วโอเคนะ
Okay, now it's come. This is the reference in the Mongolian language, from the Tibetan. They translated from Tibetan language, that's translated reference from Tibet language or Tibetan sources from Sri Lanka. They came from Sri Lanka. It's a sutta was got down from Anantasi Bhikkhu who translated the message. That is from Mongolia. After studying in Mongolia, we know that in Mongolia country they have the Dhammacakka Sutra, which is the main context. It's a complete message. But the Lama or Bhikkhu in Mongolia country, they have Nikaya Ilukpa or Tibetan. They have a robe, yellow robe, is the Buddha Nikaya. Karuppa Nikaya. Lama in Mongolia is a Nikaya in Mongolia. It's mostly they study that the Buddhist monk in Mongolia, they study and then know that Dhammacakka Sutra, they talk about the Four Noble Truths and the Eight Noble Path, Eightfold Path, and the Dukkha or the suffering. They have a birth, sickness, or old age is suffering, and they mention very less, but in the deep studying in the history that very few information in the studying of the Buddhism in Mongolia. But they give importance on the Pasutta. They have the chanting normally, regularly in the temple, in the monastery, or the Buddhist organization. And the mission that Luang Pi has done in Mongolia, that we invited the people to chant Dhammacakka Sutra for the lay people to study and chant like our Buddhists in Thailand or other Buddhists can chant in karaoke in Mongolian language so that they can read, and we have the team programmer to put the Mongolian language so they have an opportunity in the App Store and the Google Play. They can recite and chant Dhammacakka Sutra together with the monk or Lama monk, and it's put in many versions in YouTube in Mongolian language so that the alphabet they can follow chanting in many versions, like a version on a small with a big alphabet for the elders. And on the full moon night, or the important Buddhist event, we have an indoor event to invite the lay people, to youth and the elder adult to chant Dhammacakka together. Like it's a cultivate and the initiation, the first group for the Mongolian people to know the Dhammacakka Sutra, and the event outdoor yearly is a Visakha Pusha Day, Visak Day. They have the lighting the lantern and the candle in the Dhammacakka to be in the form of Dhammacakka picture, so that they invite the Mongolian people to chant Dhammacakka on the screen, big screen. And we have the alphabet in Mongolian language so that the Mongolian people can chant together. And we have a book, printing a book, chanting book in Mongolian language for the lay people in the Mongolian. After they join the event, they would like, if they would like to study more, they can explanation in the book, and they can chant at home and practice at home. They have children and adults join together, and we organize this event continuously every year, even they have the COVID, but we organize in the small event to invite the volunteers to join to chant Dhammacakka together and lighting the candle. And this year, when we have the COVID-19 even pandemic, so we light the candle and through the Zoom application online for the Mongolian people, including the Thai people or the Malaysian people, to join chanting and lighting the candle of the Dhammacakka together. And this is an overview of our activities of the Dhammacakka Pavana Sutta in Mongolian country. And the next activity that we would like to make the explanation that why we have to chant Dhammacakka. What is the purpose in the Pali language? They don't understand the meaning. At first, the Pali language, they don't have no studying, no chanting in Mongolian for many, many years. They have only in Tibetan. So when we propagate Pali language, so this is a new things for them, and they have a doubt that what is that? What is Pali language? What is the meaning of that? So our mission is to make the explanation for all ages to understand the meaning that why they chant, and understanding the teaching of the Lord Buddha, also the truth of the Lord Buddha. And we have the morning chanting, evening chanting, and meditation also, and we chant every day in the Dhammacakka every day, so that we cultivate this practice for the Mongolian people to create the good thing in Mongolian country. And this opportunity, if the merit and the virtuous deeds that we have performed in this mission, would like to share with everyone for the full assembly to get this merit and bless, and would like to invite the power of the Lord Buddha to be free from all diseases and to be safe and can have a livelihood to pursue perfection peacefully, and let everyone to be happy and prosperity in the Buddhism. And the sharing of this Dhammacakka also is ending right now. Oh, wow.
So amazing to learn from Venerable Chan. Thank you so much. We learned a lot about Mongolia. That is amazing. Anumotana. So let's hear from the next honorable speaker, Dr. Lei Kenyong, Deputy President of United Nations Peacekeepers Federal Council, for a 5-minute speech. Please help me welcome Dr. Lei Kenyong.
สวัสดีครับนะโมพุทธายะ Your Holiness, most respected venerables, Mahathero, Bhikkhu, Bhikkhuni, brothers and sisters in Dhamma. I am indeed very honored to be invited as a speaker in this auspicious second Global Dhammacakka Forum with the topic of discussion, the importance of reciting the Dhammacakka Sutta for universal betterment. First and foremost, I'd like to take this opportunity to congratulate the organizers, especially the Dhammacakka Foundation, the World Alliance of Buddhists, led by our president, the most venerable Dr. Ponchai Palawat-Thamo, and all stakeholders involved in organizing this auspicious event. The Dhammacakka Vatthana Sutta, being the first sermon of the Lord Buddha after attaining enlightenment, is the only common chanting verses among the three major Buddhist traditions, namely Theravada, Mahayana, and Vajrayana. Yeah, it is in this sutta that 84,000 units of the Buddha's core teachings are based upon, and the one and only discourse that all Buddhas, past and present, delivered upon. I'm here today is not to give a sermon of pertaining to the teachings of the Lord Buddha on the Dhammacakka Vatthana Sutta, as we have a lot of qualified, we already listened from a lot of qualified, experienced and distinguished venerable masters and bhikkhunis who has enlightened us on this subject. But rather, I'd like to tell you about my own experience on how regular chanting of the Dhammacakka Vatthana Sutta can help one resolve our problems and predicaments. I was in Dubai, the United Arab Emirates, when COVID-19 hits back in January 2020. Back then, I was working for Emirates Airline, residing in Dubai for the last 17 years as a senior aviation engineer. By February 2020, the number of infection began to rise. And as in many other countries all across the globe, the UAE government locked down the country in March 2020. Airport closes, non-essential businesses and services closed. The impact caused by the COVID-19 resulted in socio-economic problems with massive unemployment due to loss of jobs, businesses closing down, contracts being cancelled, and many people are suffering. Yeah, not enough food and unable to repay their loans. There were a lot of suicides. Yeah, because in the UAE, 90% of the occupants are actually expatriates, people who go over there to find a living. Yeah. So as a humanitarian and a peace activist, I received a lot of requests to help on a daily basis. I was actually under a lot of pressure to help these vulnerable people impacted by the COVID situation. But later on, like after the constant reflection, because I'm someone practicing Buddhist, and I kind of chant every day and also meditate every day. That's when I thought that with my own compassion, I think I must start something to help these people. So I started the initiative, Hands That Help Humanity, to identify, raise funds, and provide food and essential supplies, relief and assistance to the poorer and impacted communities. Now in Emirates, staff are being asked to work from home with 50% pay cut for management, senior staff and pilots, and also 25% pay cuts for cabin crew. Many of my staff working under my supervision has also contracted COVID-19. So it was a very sad and stressful period for everyone during that time. Yeah, and I was categorized by my company under high risk due to my age. Yeah, I was under a lot of constraint, staying alone as my wife has traveled back to Thailand and couldn't make it back before the country was on lockdown. There was no flights then from anywhere else from other countries to UAE. Yeah. So in the month of July, I decided to request for early retirement, which was then accepted by Emirates. The next 3 months of during serving my notification period was a very busy and stressful time for me, as I have to make preparation to repatriate, to exit the country, right? And UAE is not like any other countries where everything is done easily, right? And then taking into consideration that the country is under lockdown, a lot of government agencies, government departments, and also embassies are from working from home or either working on short period. So I encountered many problems like clearing my accommodations, cancellation of visa, closing of bank accounts, end of service procedures, and arranging to repatriate my personal belongings by shipping back to Thailand. In addition, there were a lot of protocols and issues pertaining to applications of long-term visa with the Thai consulate. Certificates of entry is required, and insurance are required, PCR tests, and such things. Yeah. So there were a lot. During this lockdown period, almost all government agency and consulates are closed down or working under limited period. So during these times, as followers of the Dhammacakka temple, we abide by the teachings of Luang Por, yeah, who advises all devotees, right, and all followers to do daily recital of the Dhammacakka Vatana Sutta, meditation a lot, meditate a lot, and spreading loving kindness. Right, this was taught to us by our venerable masters. Right, I followed the daily online program, meditation against COVID, right, and daily chanting of the Dhammacakka Vatana Sutta. These are then followed by spreading of loving kindness and making a good resolution to ourselves, right? So that we always meet good, wise people, helpful people, kalayana meet, yeah, and free from danger and disease, free from COVID, and also all those obstacles in my life, hopefully can be cleared, right? So that I can continue my journey of pursuing perfections. Yeah. So this has helped. I found it very helpful, as all my documentations for repatriation to Thailand was processed successfully with the help of very efficient and helpful Thai consulate staff. In fact, she goes out of her way to help me by updating me and quite regularly about the status of my applications. Yeah, so I found that all those bank officers, agency officials, and people that I needed to process my documentations are extremely helpful. And this has helped my repatriation protocol gone on smoothly. Yeah. The other miracle was there was no flights to Thailand during that time. So I was booked on the only one flight, Thai Airways repatriation flight, which was arranged by the Thai consulate. Yeah. And it was very expensive. It cost about, I think, 70,000 Thai baht, yeah, on business class one way. Yeah. But 3 days later, before my intended departure, Emirates announced a service into Bangkok, which I immediately grabbed the chance. I called the Thai consulate to cancel my booking with Thai Airways and took the Emirates flight, which is of course free for me on business class, which is part of the benefits for staff. Yeah. Okay. So I managed to take that flight and save 70,000 and provided by my company. Yeah. So furthermore, regular chanting of this significant Dhammacakka Vatana Sutta makes one experience its soothing power. I don't know about other people, but personally, I felt its soothing power, so much so that we like to chant it often. Yeah. So even when we are with the World Alliance of Buddhists, when we travel a lot, incidentally, I'm also the Secretary General of the World Alliance of Buddhists. So whenever we have activities, we travel out, we make sure that there are merits activities there, and it is very common for us to chant the Dhammacakka Vatana Sutra. Yeah. So it has the ability to calm our mind and purify our mind also, and get us ready for meditation. So that is why the Luang Por always taught us chanting first, followed by meditation. Yeah. So at the time when the world has been beset with the global COVID-19 pandemic, global warming, yeah, conflicts and widespread socio-economic problems, I wish to call upon all my Buddhist brothers and sisters, right, to promote this chanting, come together, chant it together, so that our collective and collective positive energies emanating from our chanting, that we create a lot of merits and positive energies, and this can create a kind of an effect where it can provide evoke peace and healings of our planet and its occupants. So may all sentient beings be well and happy. Thank you for listening. Thank you very much, everyone.
Thank you very much. It's incredible to hear from Dr. Lei Yong. So next, it's my pleasure to invite our honorable speaker, Dr. Ninin A, President of International Sasana Mamaga Association, Myanmar, for a 5-minute speech. Please welcome Dr. Ninin A.
Good evening. Minglava. Most venerable monks, Sanghas, Mr. Bhikkhunis, all Dhamma brothers and sisters, I'm Dr. Nene A from Myanmar. I'm the Vice President of All Lands of Buddhists and President of International Sasana Mamaga Association. First of all, I would like to say thank you very much to Venerable Pontai Pawaladamo, President of All Lands of Buddhists, and Sister Nan, Dr. Mechila, Secretary of All Lands of Buddhists, and Organizing Committee and Dhammacakka Foundation, for inviting me to attend this meaningful program. And it's pleasure of honor to make a speech, the second group at the Dhammacakka Forum. Tomorrow is Buddha holiday. We can see the beauty about that history. 2 months after his full enlightenment, in this cool evening of the full moon day of July, at that time, Buddha delivered his first sermon to the 5 Panchawagi in Diapak, near Varanasi in India. The first sermon, well known as Dhammacakka Bodhana Sutta, meaning is discourse on turning wheel of Dhamma. Dhammacakka Bodhana Sutta is the first sermon. This sutta shows what is suffering dukkha, what is the origin of suffering samudaya, what is two extremes, and isn't sensual pleasure enjoyable? Is better the way out of this suffering? What is nibbana? And can we enjoy the supreme bliss of nibbana in this life? What is noble path that can bring about the noble liberation? By avoiding the two extremes and following the middle path, the Buddha gained vision and special knowledge. He could eradicate in all defilements. He could understand the Four Noble Truths penetrately, and he attained arahanta fruition and became fully enlightened Buddha. These Four Noble Truths and Eightfold Path are very important so that we can work our lifetime with Dhamma, leading Samadhi as Eightfold Noble Path. Today, COVID-19 virus is spreading around the world, and also our human beings, kindness, compassion, and hope. Last year, UN called coronavirus is common enemy, and this year too. After second wave, third wave come again, and it's destroying many people's lives. And a fourth wave and second wave may also come. During the time like this, chanting Dhammacakka Bodhana Sutta can be more effective to relieve us from our physical and mental suffering. We can see our generosity and compassion of our people, especially during the pandemic. So we continue to follow the teaching about that, showing compassion for one another and also follow the instruction of health during this pandemic. So we can continue follow instruction and be overcome this trying time soon as one. May all beings peaceful and happy and away from serpents and dangers. Stay home, stay safe, stay lives. May the Dhamma be with you. Thank you very much for attention.
Thank you very much. Such a great speech from Dr. NNA. So next, I'm proud to present our next honorable speaker, Dr. Suchada Thongmalai, lecturer at Kasetsart University, Thailand, in the topic Dhammacakka for Sustainable Peace. Please help me welcome Dr. Suchada Thongmalai. Dr. Suchada, please unmute your mic, please.
Can't hear you.
Okay, is that okay?
Great.
Yes, we can hear you
Thank
now.
you. Sorry for that. Okay.
No problem.
So I would like to pay respect to venerables, Bhiksu, Bhikshuni, and all participants. And thank you very much, Phra Ajahn, Dr. Phonchai Phalawatthammo, the president of World Alliance of Buddhists, to that he invited me to join this event as a speaker. But actually, I always like help Luang Pi in kind of the MC duties. But today, yeah, it's my honor to be like a speaker. So about my topics is Dhammacakka for sustainable peace. I would like to share my slide. May I share now? Okay. Is my slide show up? Now it's show up, right?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. So as we know that Dhammacakka Vatthana Sutta is like the sutra that's very important for Buddhists, all Buddhists. And today's the topic that I would like to share is about the Dhammacakka Vatthana Sutra and also about the Eightfold Path. And the important thing is why Dhammacakka Vatthana Sutra can create the sustainable peace to society. Let's see. Yeah, actually, I don't want to like talk much about the histories and the importance of Dhammacakka Vatthana Sutra because almost all participants they all says about the importance of Dhammacakka Vatthana Sutra. But this kind of the concept that Dhammacakka Vatthana Sutra, as we know that is the first sermons that the Lord Buddha taught the 5 ascetics, like in the Buddhist Buddha era, long times ago. And the important is about the contents of Dhammacakka Vatthana Sutra. It's about the Noble Eightfold Path. What kind of Noble Eightfold Path? Actually, I know that maybe everyone really know about that, but the concept is the middle way of the both of our life and also both of how we meditate as well. So let's see the briefly of Noble Eightfold Path. It's a step, right? The step that if people follow this kind of 8 path, we will reach our goal of life. Our goal of life in Buddhism, yeah, we would like to like reach the nirvana in some life in the futures. But this kind of step, the important step, these two important steps is right mindfulness and right concentration or samadhi. So this is a content that can make the societies have a sustainable peace. Okay. Yeah, this Dhammacakka Vatana Sutra and right mindfulness and right concentration. And we all know it's in the easy word, which is inner peace. Inner peace, yes, inner peace. So inner peace comes from Dhammacakka Vatana Sutra. Meditations is come from this kind of teachings. So this is the key of the success in our life, both of worldliness and also Dhamma world, something like that, in the Dhamma way. Yeah. So as I got a scholarship from Rotary Peace Fellowship, and I got the concept that how inner peace can mitigate the conflict and create sustainable peace in society. So let's see what I got from the Rotary Peace Fellowship that I be trained for 3 months. Yeah, this is the chart that I create when I finish the course. I create this kind of chart, and this kind of chart show how our mind can have something like brightness and darkness. So the first chart, as we see the symbol like this, is negative environments, and the white one is positive environments. So normally we got many things in our daily life, like something bad, something good, but someone they choose to absorb some kind of negative environments all the time. So the result is the mind got in the darkness all the times. So it makes that kind of person have weak mind. But inner peace can help. So when people meditate and get the inner peace, they will have something like protection automatically, actually. So they will always choose only the positive environments. They will block the negative things that come to their life. So that create the inner brightness. And also their mind is stronger and stronger. So this is the way that show in the easy way that normally why we normal people, maybe the people that don't know how to meditate, they will like always worries, always stress, and always angry in their life. And the second chart is the chart that show us our mind have many layers. So this is the innermost shells, and this is middle shells and the outermost shells. And the difference between someone that have the inner brightness and someone that have inner brightness is, inner darkness is, their need will different. The brightest way is they need freedoms, true peace, true happiness, and true self. And another one is they always like was controlled by anger, greedy, and delusion, which is defilements, as we know. And the middle layer, the one who has an inner brightness, they always have a peaceful mind, joyful, positive view, self-awareness, mindful, helpful, peaceful societies. So this come up from inner brightness, and also in the negative ways, that in the darkness person is always have unhappy, maximize unawareness, unmindful, harmful, and to make societies messy. And the outermost shells, outermost layers. So the result is the one who have in the brightness has billions and great life. And also the one who have in the darkness, they're always in terrible life. And also like absorb the bad thing in their life. So this is difference, really totally different. And why individually people that have in the darkness can cause the conflicts in societies. If we see in this chart, we will see that normally every people have delusions, angers, and grief, which is defilements, and this kind of things they are driven to do bad thing because of defilement, and the outcome is messy society because of they can cause the conflicts in society, like they can cause crimes, they can have a cyberbullies, drugs, alcohol abuse, and etc. Everything that they is come from defilements. And if this kind of three compared with a person, we stay together in societies, so this kind of person will fight together and they cause the conflicts in societies a lot. If even they don't want to be like this, but sometimes that environments cause them to do like now because of the pandemics, COVID-19. So everyone suffers and they affect each other. Someone, they have to rob, they have to be like the bad guy because of they don't have any money left, So yeah, this kind of thing caused the chaotic societies. And if we know the knowledge from Dhammacakka Kappawattana Sutra, which is a right mindfulness, right concentrations, so we can practice, but why someone have a successful of practice, someone not, because of these two factors, like the two sides. If someone they cannot success because of they don't have like consistencies, they don't have commitment, they expect too much, maybe like expect to achieve the goal like too quickly, and they practice improper ways, maybe they do the wrong ways, and also someone believes that they can do it themselves without instructors. So this caused the unsuccessful, and also they don't believe that even the outcome not show immediately, but the process they will get the benefits during the way they practice. They don't believe that. But the reason that someone practice and success because of they have like this desires to achieve peaceful well-beings, or they have a shanta, they love to do it, and also they have a disciplines. They do it every day regularly, something like that, and they practice in the right concept, and the eagerness to learn and practice, and they would like to have like inner journey with joyful feeling, and also they believe that wisdom comes from stillness, and that kind of wisdom come from within, come from inner peace. The last one is they have enough patience to wait for the outcome. So this kind of factors to support and unsupport someone that can practice meditation successfully or not. So this kind of thing that I can like create this kind of charts, and this kind of charts make me successful and get the certificates from Rotary Peace Fellowships. But I also have the evidence to make you believe more that meditation can reduce the violence and create the peace in societies from this research. I didn't do this research, but I got this research from my friends that he is the certified teacher from TM meditation. This kind of research show us really clearly that meditation can reduce all kinds of these things, like can reduce the homicide rate, urban violence crime rate, murder rate, motor vehicle fatality rate, and fatality rate due to other type of accidents, and also infants mortality rate and the rate of drug-related deaths. So this research is kind of amazing, you know, because they like the group of people, 1,725 yogic fires, because of in the advanced level of meditation of TM meditation, they will call this kind of meditation like yogic fires. They can jump way up when they practice in the higher level of meditation. So this is the result of this research. So from 2003 to 2007, the group is still really really small group because of like 300 to 500 group of meditators. But after 2007 to 2011, the group of people, meditators is come up. I mean, like is up to 1,725 meditators. So the result is really different. They just make everyone meditation, have a daily meditation. So everyone will have commitment to have a daily meditation at the same times every day. So it's not just only 1 month, 2 months, but it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 5, and if totally is almost 10 years. So it's kind of long time periods of research, and the results is amazing. So this is the rate, like reduce of homicide rate. For the first time, it's kind of have a like the trend is quite high, but from 2007 to 2011 is reducing. Yeah, actually during the way is fluctuation like this, but the trend is better, is reducing. Also, same as same as violence crime rate is decreasing as well, like this. This is murder rate, also the same, yeah. And this is motor vehicle fatality rate. Yeah, this is the result that happened, really happened, just only meditation, you know. So this kind of fatality rate by auto accidents, but it's still hard. It's still like the trend is still like come up, but it's not dramatically like the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 first 5 years. Okay, and also infants mortality rate is reducing. Same as drug-related fatality rate. It's not too high as it should be. Yeah, it's like gradually a little bit, like come up a little bit, gradually come up. So this is conclusions of the research. So this kind of research can be like evident to for everyone to see and believe that, hey, we're just chanting, we just meditate together, like together, you know. It's not just only one person, two person, but we have to come together like a group of people, like 1,000 people up to make a difference, to make the thing really happen. So this is the way that I would like to share that how we can like promote peace, sustainable peace to society by the inner peace, by the meditation, right mindfulness, right concentration, the knowledge from the Dhammacakka Sutra. Yeah, this is amazing. So that's why this is like the activities from Plum Village in England. Why every meditation school that have a famous, they would like to create some kind of event. And also like TM meditation, they have like a golden dome in Maharishi's universities of management. They have this kind of thing for their students to meditate together. And also WAB, yeah, I joined that as well. So we meditate against COVID since last years until now. Actually, we started to chant Dhammacakka Vatana Sutra 5 years ago because this is the event that anniversary 5 years of chanting Dhammacakka Vatana Sutra, right? So we have been chanting long times ago because of this kind of objective. We would like to make a world peace, sustainable peace really can come up in societies, in our society, because of everyone like meditate together. So I would like to, same as every speaker, like I would like to ask everyone to join this kind of chants, chanting the Dhammacakka Sutra together every day and meditate together. So I'm sure that we can make societies like have a sustainable peace in societies, and the world peace can truly happen by everyone if we help together. So these are all of my sharings. Thank you very much. กราบนมัสการค่ะขอบคุณค่ะ
This is absolutely an awesome speech from Dr. Suchada. Thank you very much. I'm so thankful for all participants. Tomorrow is the final day for our forum, and I would like to invite all of you for the final Asana Busha celebration tomorrow, same time, same place. Last but not least, I would like to invite Venerable Ponchai Palawatamo Pinapong, President of World Alliance of Buddhist WAD, to close this evening with spreading loving kindness, pay homage to the Triple Gem. Please welcome Venerable Dr. Ponchai.
Sadhu. On behalf of the organizing committee, I would like to convey my sincere appreciation to everyone, starting from all the speakers who give. I think everyone have a wonderful speech for today. Starting from Venerable Phongsak Thaniyo, who give us the Dhammacakka Sutta knowledge in Theravada and Mahayana and many Nikaya, the whole picture of Dhammacakka Sutta. Venerable Anuruddha Mahathero from Sri Lanka, Venerable Vimalananda from Sri Lanka. He also the lecturer of the Bhikshu University in Sri Lanka. Brother Piyanta Navaratane from Sri Lanka also. And then we thanks to our master Chikulu from Taiwan, who give the blessing and how to spend our life during the under the pandemic of COVID-19. And we thanks to Bante Venerable Pramaha Lim Chenwen from Malaysia, who give the wonderful presentation he said that he changed the language immediately from Thai to English, but his English also very good, very perfect, very easy to understand. I can say that perfect English. And not only he give a brief about Dhammacakka to us, but also he sharing with us about how Malaysia people practice the Buddha Dhamma via Zoom. And for myself, I get a lot of idea. This is like the role model of propagation the Buddha Dhamma via Zoom. Thank you very much, Paramaha Lim Cheng Wen, and the Malaysia team also now today make this program very colorful program, because most of our participants every day mostly from South Asia, today from Southeast Asia also. Thanks to Luang Pi Chanvit Waravicho from Mongolia. He also sharing with us about the Buddhism in Mongolia. Very interesting, because Mongolia is Mahayana Buddhist, but the dress is look like Vajrayana Buddhist, and we can see that to maintain Buddhism, preserve Buddhism for our next generation is not easy. If easy, India still be the Buddhist land, but nowadays India only 0.7% Buddhist cannot maintain, but now change to Thailand, Myanmar, and some countries. And we can see from his explanation that sometimes monks were killed by shooting very easy if the politics change. So that's why we have to establish more networking of Buddhists to support, to help each other. Sharing from Venerable Chanvit Waravicho, then we go to Dr. Lai Ket Yong. He shared with us about the miracle of Dhammacakka Pavattana Sutta during the pandemic of COVID-19. Although he stay in UAE, but he can work a lot, not only for himself, but for many people that he give the humanitarian work. And then we go to Dr. Nini A. Thanks for Doctor. He also the teacher of Abhidhamma, and he's sharing with us short speed, but we clearly understanding, because Myanmar is the Buddhist land of Buddhism. Now we can say that the big three Theravada Buddhist, Thailand, Myanmar, and Sri Lanka. But Thailand, Myanmar is the connected land, so we can join activities very easy and make the Buddhism so strong. And last but not least, Dr. Suchada Thomalai, the lecturer of Kasetsat University, she also have many talent as a singer, Dhamma singer, as a MC and researcher. So we can do a lot. And I think her presentation really valuable for us. This is what we gain from today. I would like to thank all the speakers. Indeed want to talk more, but time is now 10:30 already. In Malaysia is 11:30, but still stay with us. And I would like to apologize, Master Chikun Lu, also, because we make appointment 7:30 in Taiwan, but I make a mistake calculation, because 7:30 is 6:30 in Thailand, but I think 8:30 in Thailand. So that means we make the program for her 8:30. So in Taiwan is 9:30. But at first he make because in Thailand, in Taiwan is faster than Thailand 1 hour, but I think slower 1 hour because time zone. But she's really kind, because she give us a very nice speech and good preparation, translation, and blessing for us also, everyone. So I think very interesting, because Buddhism comprises of three things. Pariyatti, as we gain from today, I think is the session of Pariyatti is the knowledge of Buddhism. Patipatti is mean we practice the Buddha Dhamma, we chanting Dhammacakka, we meditation, this is Patipatti. And we gain Pativeta. Pativeta is the result that we practice from Patipat and Pariyatti. So today I think we get the complete of Pariyati, Patibat, and Pativet. Also, I have to thank our MC from today, so Miss Tanya from Nantana Nicole from financial analyst from Harvard University, Boston, USA. And that's why she very good English. And also the interpreter, Mr. Subachai from English to Thai. If speaker talk Thai, he can translate Thai to English. And his voice look like the BBC from BBC. And Sister Salina Lee, who translate very good English to Chinese, that everyone know her, Miss Salina Lee. And also all the staffs and host Lopi Sakun Pat, co-host Sister Sumana Sitong Tim, Sister Sima, Yanika, and all the coordinator, Miss Nanmitala Chodi for South Asia, and Lopi Chenwen, thank you, and Selena Lee for Malaysia team. I would like to thanks for all the participants, from especially today from Malaysia, big team, Satu, from Bangladesh, also big team, from Myanmar, from Cambodia, from India, Nepal, Sri Lanka, Bhutan also come, Taiwan, USA, Thailand. This is that I can check from the participants from today. And thank you very much. So for the end of the program, I would like to invite everyone together. Make your mind stay still. We've been sharing the loving kindness by leading the words of Metta together. And thank also from Mahapacharbadi Kotami Buddhist College from Thai Yai. Thai Yai is in Myanmar, Chan State, also joining with us today. Please follow me. Sapphe satta.
Sapphe satta.
Sapphe chala pucha.
Sapphe chala pucha.
Sapphe andacha.
Sapphe andacha.
Sapphe sangsedacha.
Sapphe sangsedacha.
Sapphe opapatika.
Sapphe opapatika.
Avera.
Avera.
Ayapacha.
Apayapacha.
Anika.
Anika.
Sukhiyatanang pariharantu.
Sukhiyatanang pariharantu.
All beings like us.
All beings like us.
Must have OS. Sickness and death.
Sickness and death.
May they be well and happy.
May they be well and happy.
May they be free of all enmity.
May they be free from all enmity.
May they be free from harming one another.
May they be free from harming one another.
May they be free from hurting of their bodies and minds.
May they be from hurting their body and mind.
May they be free from all sufferings and dangers.
May they be free from all sufferings and
dangers. For those who are suffering,
for those who are suffering,
may be less suffering.
May there be less suffering
and be happy. For those who are happy, may they be happier. May all beings that were born from the womb, the eggs, the west, or which were spontaneously arising, it received malice. And loving kindness from us this occasion. Okay, everyone, please just close your eyes. Just close your eye for sharing loving kindness, about 1 minute for sharing loving kindness. So everyone just Gently close your eye. Gently and softly make your mind stay still at the center of your body. Make your mind stay still at the center of your body. Then we sharing our loving kindness from our center of our body to people of the world, to everyone, starting from everyone in our room, in our temple, in our community, in our district, in our province, in our country, and we sharing loving kindness to people of all over the world. May everyone be happy. May everyone free from danger, free from suffering, free from trouble, free from COVID-19, free from all disease and calamities. May everyone can attain Dhamma of the Lord Buddha very easy, can maintain with Dhammacakka Buddha inside the body until Nirvana and the utmost of Dhamma. We sharing our loving kindness in silence about 1 minute, and then we will pay homage to the triple gem together. So let's meditate in silence and sharing loving kindness about 1 minute to people of the world together. Sapphe Buddha Phalapata Paccekanan Jayang Phalang Arahantanan Jate Chena Rakhang Pantami Sappaso Te Thalatha Sukhita Virunha Buddha Sasane Parokha Sukhita Hotha Saha Sapphe Hiyati Pi Sappaputtanupavena Sappathamanupavena Sappasankhanupavena Sattha Soti Bhavantu Te Arahang Samma Sambuddho Bhagava
Samma Sambuddho
Arahang Samma
Bhagava
Sambuddho Bhagava.
Together
Buddhang
Buddhang
Dhammang
Bhagavang
Abhivademi.
Abhivademi
Buddho me
Nato.
Buddha is
Buddha is our refuge. Tawakato Bhagavata Dhammo
Bhagavata Dhammo
Dhammam
Dhammam
Namassami.
Namassami
Dhammo
Dhammo
me
me
Nato.
Dhamma
Dhamma is
That
our
is our
refuge.
refuge. สุปฏิปันโนภะคะวะโตสาวกสังโฆ
สาวกสังโฆ
สุปฏิปันโนภะคะวะโตสาวกสังโฆสังฆังนะมามิ
สัง
โคเมนาเทโถ
สังฆะ is our refuge. May everyone pay respect to Lord Buddha together. First bow, second bow, and third bow. May everyone rejoice in the merit making today, tonight together by saying Sadhu 3 times together.
สาธุสาธุสาธุ
Vandami Bante and Vandami Bante from Chenwen from Malaysia, Bante Anuruddha from Bangladesh, Chittagong, and rejoice in the merit making everyone. Bante Chanvit Valavicho from Mongolia, Mother Shikwalu from Taiwan, Sadhu, still in the room, and rejoice in the merit making everyone. Today at 10:40 in Malaysia, 11:40 still have more than 221. Sadhu, sadhu, everyone. Indeed, I want to read the name, but a lot can maybe cannot. Sadhu for อาจารย์ลมเล็กๆ from ไทยใหญ่ translate Myanmar, Dr. Nini A, Sister Tanya from Harvard University, Sister Lala from Hong Kong, อนุโมทนา Sister from Malaysia, Tan Ki,นะcannot read the name. Sister Salina Lee, อาจารย์ยิน สุมนายานิกา Dr. สุชาดา อนุโมทนา Brother Sopan from Cambodia นะ อนุโมทนาบอนสาธุปรินดาเพอรี่ เมลาเน่ลิม สาบุตบาลัวไลออนดูเราบาลัวปิญญานันตานาวรัตเน สุวรรณ สุวรรณนพ Sister for Malaysia ลำดวน อนุโมทนาอาชิตศรีสุวรรณ ปีชาสันติวงศ์ไมตรีสุวรรณรัตน์สาธุต็อกเบสคิม เลียวเตียว and everyone in the room นะสาธุ because okay, Sadhu everyone. So we will end with the Metta song and see you tomorrow. Tomorrow is very important because we have the lighting ceremony from the Salana, Varanasi, India. Because Buddha gave the first sermon at Salana. Isipatana, dear forest, is in Salana, Varanasi, India. And tomorrow we have the chanting from Dhammacakka Stupa from Salana, live broadcasting from India to Thailand. The lighting ceremony is about 8 p.m. in Thailand time to 8:30, only 30 minutes for tomorrow. Is in Malaysia is 9 to 9:30. In Bangladesh is 7 to 7:30. So I would like invite everyone to join with us again. Sadhu, 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 everyone. Anumotana.